Thank you for tuning in to Talk Cafe Podcast. We're your hosts, Nate Hustle.
You know, this is Dwayne.
Your girl Kayla.
Thank you for tuning in. This is what, episode 4?
Episode 4.
4.
It's not really okay. Welcome.
I mean,
First, let's start this show off. Last night I tuned into Weezy's concert that he did it in New Orleans, Louisiana, I think that was called it.
Louisiana.
One of the dopest concerts I've seen in a long time. And very, very high energy. So he had some guest appearances that was like crazy. And I really enjoyed myself. I was driving.
who guest
And
appeared?
I barely focused on the road.
Who appeared at his thing?
Huh?
Who appeared at his concert?
Everybody went crazy. NBA YoungBoy came out there.
Oh, okay.
Because, you know, he's from there. You know, everybody love that man out there.
Birdman showed up.
Birdman showed up.
I thought Birdman. Everybody said Birdman showing up was dope. I felt like he showed up like an
That
abusive
was
boyfriend.
That was dope. Because you know what it was?
Can we not just skip over it? Like, you said an abusive.
Yeah, I felt like Birdman just showed up like the abusive boyfriend. Because you know, I feel like Lil Wayne, he acted like, you know, he didn't realize that he was in an abusive relationship with Birdman. Like, I felt like he forgave him just so fast. I mean, Birdman gave one of the worst apologies I've ever heard in my life. He was throwing up a bunch of gang signs, and he was saying...
You know what it was? I really feel like I really feel like their beef has been past before we even knew, before Wayne got his money. I feel like it wasn't really a beef between them. I feel like it was more in the background, and Birdman was just the face of it. And it's like you're in y'all both hometown, and it's like you can't erase history.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like if you're there for the people, you got to put your pride to the side. Like, come on, like, and for Birdman to do that, Birdman of all people, that. I take that that was an apology. I'll take that apology.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, that was the dopest moment of the concert. I'm not even gonna lie. I went crazy. Bananas.
I mean,
Feet went to the roof.
Yeah, I saw the apology. It didn't really move me, honestly.
It
I
moved
didn't. I didn't see it.
it was for
Everybody,
Lil Wayne.
who else was there? Jeezy came out there, and that made me relive the respect that I have for Jeezy. Jeezy is a legend out here. Like, every hit he had, I've never been like. There's very few people that I feel like could move a crowd off of their hits. The way like Jeezy be preaching to these people.
You sure 6ix9ine not gonna take that point? I feel like.
I mean, 6ix9ine has a different type of energy.
We're not gonna start this again.
6ix9ine has
Sorry,
like a.
I know.
We are
a
not gonna start
wild,
this 6ix9ine
chaotic-
conversation again.
How dare you bring him up with Jeezy? Like, come on.
I mean, just the
two
way
different type
we-
of.
Yo,
All right.
From
if
the
anybody's
past,
listening out
I'm
there,
just saying.
we're looking to replace a member on our podcast. We're about to be one member short. The next time somebody disrespects another legend on behalf of Tekashi,
What?
it's over for you.
What are you talking about?
You just said, how dare you compare him to 6ix9ine?
Yeah.
How dare you compare? How dare you
Look,
disrespect
you meant
taking
Jeezy?
it out of
Look,
context.
Look, here's the backpedal.
Look,
Backpedal
no,
for
no,
us,
no.
sir.
I'm saying, how dare she bring that up with Jeezy? Jeezy's the legend.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about Jeezy.
All
I
right.
wouldn't even compare the two.
Yeah, let it be that. All right.
And hold up.
Let it be that. Don't ever disrespect Jeezy, especially on behalf of 6ix9ine.
Hold on. 6ix9ine is the hottest artist in New York right now.
Oh man. All right, so I heard the Birdman apology, right? I wasn't moved by it. I wasn't moved. I heard it. I said, you know, I'm glad that he did it publicly because he publicly humiliated Wayne by the way that he treated the whole situation.
How did he treat it though?
I mean,
He
you
barely
had
said anything about it.
Right, but you don't always have to out inadvertently say something to somebody to disrespect them. I mean, he was on video on Instagram throwing money at his homeboy, saying, "Yo, that's for you for being my day one." Come on, those are subtle shots at Wayne. We're not going to pretend like those weren't, and he did that.
I don't know about that.
All right, well, I'll jump out on a limb and say that he was throwing shots at Wayne.
I was glued to my screen, and I caught Wayne saying, "That's my daddy."
He's been saying that since he was
but
four.
why would he say that again now? He said that's my paw. He didn't say daddy.
I mean,
He said I'm not.
a change of words is better,
Let me.
honestly.
That's my pawpaw.
I agree.
That's my paw.
I mean, I agree with Kayla. I think daddy is a little
I
too
think,
harsh, a little too strong.
It's a little too much for me.
Even my dad. It's my dad.
But you gotta understand.
Dad would have been better.
Dad
He
would have
had
been
him
better.
since he was like 11, yo. That's like his paw.
I don't think we're disagreeing as far as
No,
the relationship.
great.
We're the verbalizing of how he's calling him his
You
dad.
know what else this concert did for me? Which I already had Wayne at a high regard, like compared to all these disrespectful people out here that act like Wayne didn't kill it for the last like freaking 20 years. Which he's gonna come back and do it again. Yo. Number one, to me, top 3 of all time in my list.
Or
Wayne.
what? As far as what?
Just rappers.
Top
Crazy.
rapper of all time.
All around rapper, yeah.
All around rapper?
All around rapper.
I don't understand the criteria, so I'm not going to disagree.
No, I'm just saying my personal favorite.
Oh, okay. So I can never disagree with your personal favorite. That's fine.
But I mean, I feel like if we were to ask like a
And
huge sum of people,
the stuff
they would
he's
say
done
the
for the
same thing.
game, the influence he's brought to the game, the influence he brought to new artists, like he's done. I feel like I feel like nobody's really touching Jay-Z, but he's up there. He's up there. He's a god in the game.
I was gonna give you some.
He's not on the Mount. He's not on.
That, but
I don't think he's on Mount Olympus
I don't.
as of yet.
He is.
I don't think so yet. He doesn't even. He doesn't even. He can't be on Mount Olympus because he has to reach a point where he can never be in a position he was just in with Birdman. He can't. You can never have
He's out
another
that position
man.
now, though.
Right, but you can't have another man have you by the balls the way that Birdman had him
Yeah,
and
but
say
Al-
he's on Mount
All
Olympus.
right, but there's people in the game who was
Who?
like that.
Ooh. Eminem was never in that position.
Anybody who had a contract.
Name another artist that was in that type of vice grip that he was in. That we would put on Mount Olympus.
Right? Everybody who has a contract.
You keep saying everybody, but who?
Anybody who
So
has a contract. Let's
name
say-
one person so I could chop it down. So be specific.
Say like,
Now we're not talking legends. We talking about Mount Olympus.
say like people who just like push out albums just to fulfill their contract, just to get out of there, so they could do their own thing.
Would they
Like,
be on Mount Olympus on a
But
whole
then you gotta
level?
understand his contract probably been like, he probably had this set up way before the whole I'll do it myself entrepreneur wave, internet thing wave.
What you mean, do it by myself wave? Master P been doing it by himself for a minute, around the same
Right, but
time as
it was-
Cash Money.
When Master P was doing, there was nobody doing it like that.
Hove was doing it. Rockefeller was doing it. 94, 95.
It was the only people. There was only people.
All right. At this point, right, there should have been a bunch of people after that to do it, since they
Should've
was
been.
the.
Wayne was definitely in the position where he shouldn't have to been like that.
Thank you.
But at the same time, his loyalty was with Birdman.
I mean, you giving reasons as to why he had his balls in the grip. At the end of the day, he should have never been in that position. I feel like, and we had this conversation in the last podcast or the podcast before this, I think, when I was comparing. Oh, as a matter of fact, no, we was in a car. We was driving to Baltimore, and I was telling you that I wouldn't put.
By the way, I hope I don't have to
Ever go to
Baltimore,
Baltimore.
but
Shout out to Baltimore. I'm not
to
gonna do
my
that.
family,
Man.
I will, but
Shout out to Baltimore, man. There's a lot of things going on out there that's crazy, but
I mean, people from Baltimore make jokes about
my
Baltimore.
first time
so
ever seeing
yeah, shout out
They
to
not
Baltimore.
grown
sensitive.
man at a liquor store and
Shout out to
20
Baltimore,
grown men at
man.
the fried chicken spot looking crazy.
One thing I think is crazy about Baltimore is their regular houses are stores.
And everybody comes out
Storefronts.
at night like roaches.
Well, you see
Anyway.
that in New York too.
I mean, that
I
happens
mean,
in the
but
city.
yeah, but it was crazy out there.
Yeah, the congregation in one liquor store, it's rare that you see that over here. So that's a big
Well, we
difference.
seen a liquor store, fried chicken, and a funeral home.
Yeah, you kind of see that here too
You can
in New York. You see that here, but it's just
after- Go ahead.
no. Continue.
I was gonna say like after a funeral, get something to eat and celebrate life with the liquor
So,
at the liquor
It's
store.
a very optimistic way of looking
I'm
at
really
it. I love
trying
it.
to look at it half full, not half empty.
So
I love
like
it.
since after that, I just playing around Tinder and stuff, right? And there was this girl from Baltimore. She was like, I'm from B-more. I said, I'm good, love.
Enjoy.
Listen,
Enjoy. I love myself.
you never know. She could have changed her life for the better.
I'm saying, man, shout out to all the B-more girls out there and the guys out
It's
there,
a
man.
lot of
Shout out to
opportunity
everybody.
out there.
Look, listen.
It's a lot of
There's a lot
opportunity,
of opportunity
out
out there. Because there's a lot of people slacking out there. So it's your chance to risk your life and go out there and do something.
there. All right, we're not going to get off topic, though, because
Off topic.
we've been off topic. But
That's
we
what
need to
we
get
about.
back on topic about what I was talking about. Wayne
is one of the greatest
needing to
rapper
boss
alive.
up. No, forget that. Nobody's going to argue that. Nobody's going to argue that.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
Wayne needs to boss up, man, for real.
He's
Because
bossed up now.
he can't say he bossed up now.
bossed up
He's about to
now.
lose Drake and Nicki.
Lose Drake? How you lose? You cannot lose. They're a bond forever.
Bonds don't make
Bond
okay.
forever.
Listen, there's a difference between having a bond with somebody and having them under contract. You make a lot more money having them under
Look,
contract
you
than
can
having a
make money with
bond.
Somebody that's not
Ask
under contract.
Birdman. That's how he treated Wayne. They had a
You can
bond.
make money with somebody that's not under contract with you.
I never
It's a
said
new
that.
wave.
I never said that.
All he got to do is make a hit record with Drake again, which they known for, and get rich again. You're rich. You're making.
It's a lot
bundles.
different when you can get a piece of his piece as well.
More like
It's
get
a lot different.
Yeah, but Drake is at a
More
position where he
rich.
don't need to be under nobody neither.
Okay, but you kind of proving my point when I said you make more money if he's under your contract. You get his piece and your piece. You get a piece of his
But Wayne
and yours.
is an artist where he can make his own piece.
The bottom line of what I'm saying is he's about to lose Drake contractually.
Okay, so
That's huge.
what you're saying is, since he doesn't have Drake contractually, well, he's gonna fall up like he's doing bad.
All right.
He can't
you-
do as great as he was.
Wow, you took that way further than what it was actually intended. I simply said he's about to lose Drake.
What does
When
that
I
mean?
say lose, I just explained it to you. You just repeated what I said, but then you took it further than what I meant.
Yeah, 'cause
I
I'm trying to
said
see-
he's going to lose him contractually, right? That's like, okay, what's the point of having Young Money and you just have Tiger as your best artist?
Is Tiger still on Young Money?
Come on. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt
Is
here.
Tiger still rapping?
You making my case so easy. You making it so easy. If Tiger's your best artist, you in trouble.
First of all, is Tiger still rapping?
All right, let's just say he's not. I don't.
I know.
What do you mean? Is he still rapping?
All
He
I
has
heard
one of the
was
hottest
the-
songs with Offset right now.
All I heard was the Kardashian thing, and that's the last thing I heard about.
He
this.
has one. I just answered your question.
Oh, he came out with an album, didn't he? I like one song on it.
I don't think he's listening to me, folks. I just answered his question. It's just going in
Nah,
one
but
ear and
he
out
didn't-
the
all
other.
right, explain it again. Sorry, I'm being so rude. Sorry.
Nah, it's quite all right. I'll try again.
Yeah.
He has one of the hottest songs with Offset out right now.
When? Where? Right now?
Yo, is he okay?
Billboard.
Fam,
page.
I just said he has one of the hottest songs with Offset right now, and you're asking me when.
I didn't even hear it.
No, just let's do the Billboard. You continue.
People, I don't know
I'll
what's,
do the
what's
research.
happening right now.
What do you think about that song?
It's fire.
Would you?
Yo, my guy, you good? I just said he has one of the hottest songs with Offset. You're asking me when, and do I think it's good?
It's not a,
Yeah, I'm
it's not
answering
a
you.
personal opinion.
All
That's
right,
what
it
you're
could be.
trying
It
to
could,
say.
All right, all right.
it
all
could
right.
be a hot song, but you don't like it.
All right, I like it. It's a dope song. It's a dope
Right,
song.
that's like saying 6ix9ine song is a hot song. You
I
gotta
would
like
never
it
say it's a hot song.
because you're a hater.
Why I gotta be a hater because the song ain't
'Cause
hot?
if it's ranking on the Billboard,
Doing
apparently
a
most
total
people like
180.
it.
Doing a total 180.
I know we about to go right back. I'm not getting back into it. I'm not gonna follow his plan. He wants to suck me back into this
God's
Treyway.
plan.
That's his point.
God's plan.
He want to suck me into this Treyway train. I ain't doing it.
He trying to get you in it. I mean,
Try
you know
it.
My
what,
boy
this-
6ix9ine.
you
We
gotta give him
got
credit.
to pray for 6ix9ine when he go to court, man. They said he don't want to use his street name when he goes to court. But I'm like, all right, that's cool, but even if you dye your hair or chop your hair off, you still got 6ix9ine on your forehead, homie. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with that?
Number 8 on Hot 100.
Yeah, I gotta hear it.
Billboard.
I
Bruh.
gotta hear it. I don't know.
I'm sure you've heard it. Once you hear it, you're going to be like, oh,
I
this
never
song.
was really into Tiger like that.
I mean, honestly, me neither, but the song is fire. I can't.
Can I want to have a conversation about this. I was playing this song, the Tiger song, with somebody, and
Who?
it doesn't matter.
Mm.
If I wanted to say it, I'd have said it.
Mm.
I was
You know
playing
he's
this.
guilty, that's by saying that.
I know.
I was playing this song with somebody, and they didn't like the language in it. They felt like it was too much of an emphasis on the B word. Now I wanted to
Definitely know who it is.
I wanted to ask a question as far as the use of the B word, right?
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
Now, there was a lyric that Hove had when he was retiring. He did that concert at Madison Square Garden, and he said, "I know the difference between a B word and a B." Right?
Like B word and a B.
All right, so I'm gonna break the lyric down. He was
Okay.
talking about he knows the difference between a woman he would consider a B word
Mm-hmm.
and B, Beyonce.
Beyonce.
You got that right? You caught that right?
Hey,
All right.
I like it already.
So, so he was basically
Speaking on Beyonce.
defining. No, we're not going to get sidetracked. So he was defining the difference between a B and B, right? So clearly, right there, we was talking about. All right, it's okay to use that word because I know the difference. Now, from a woman's standpoint, women use that word all the time to define their friends, their party mates, whatever. Like they use the word all the time as a term of endearment, right? But the moment that a man says it, it's not all right. Explain that. Does the same rules apply with the N word and us and white people?
I think
I
when
wouldn't have
girls
men
say it,
say
it's
fuck
more
words.
so of. No, actually, girls be horrible with it. Yeah. I think it's two different. It depends on the tone of voice. I feel like it could be in a negative way, and then I could feel like in a positive way. I feel like it could be like you a bad bee, you know?
Yeah, Jackie. I don't know if he knows what he pled to. Let him have it. Let him just have it. Let him have this, man. It's his favorite artist right now.
God,
This is his Tupac of his generation. Let him
I
have
got my
it.
favorite heckler watching
Everybody's a hater or a heckler if they don't like 6ix9ine. I'm with you, Jackie.
6ix9ine.
No, but continue. I didn't want you to go on a tirade. I just wanted to give Jackie some love. You can go ahead. I don't want to get you started, bro. I don't.
We really don't.
I don't want to get you started. I should never said nothing. Go ahead. I'm listening.
First of all,
Shout out to Jackie.
you can't really judge 6ix9ine if you don't listen to his
Oh
music.
man,
First.
I knew this is.
Second,
I knew it.
facts is facts. Proof is in the pudding.
He doesn't
The
have a
man's
number
charting.
one.
The man's-
Sorry.
It don't matter. Just because he don't have a number one, don't mean he's not gonna he's not doing really good.
It would only make sense as to
I don't
how hard
respect
you're
Billboard
riding him.
stuff.
Like you riding him, but like he has 3 number ones.
Because who you putting on top of him?
Cardi, we had this conversation. I'm not gonna go back into
What
it.
guy are you putting on top of him?
Yeah, I don't need to. Cardi's the king of New York. She said it herself, and I
But
agree
she's
with her.
not over Nicki.
How? I'm not gonna do
How
this.
not?
See, you got it,
How
my
not?
brother. You got a superpower. You know how
My
to
brother, you gotta
Like,
do your
you got-
facts.
the facts.
Because-
Cardi has more number ones than Nicki.
It
Let's
don't-
start there. Come on, son.
But that's not what we judge
You
on.
can't-
That's
we
what
made,
you judge
I'm-
on.
Bro, we talking about content. Who's
I'm
been
talking
putting
about
out better content
Who put out
in the
more
past?
content? Nicki Minaj had a way longer career. She's
Yo,
still
you hear this?
hot.
How you gonna talk about longevity, my bro? If you want to talk longevity, we can go back to Stevie Wonder and talk about is he the hottest singer right now? We're not talking
from
about.
New York.
All right, it don't matter. But we talking about
Now you wanna
longevity,
get specific.
right? Now you want to get specific. We're not talking about
Yeah, but
longevity.
you can't- every time we had this conversation, you always bring up number ones. Like that shouldn't be the criteria.
It's the beginning of the criteria. It's like how high are you charting compared to everybody else? And then I'm gonna
I'm
go
talking
to
about
monetary success,
overall,
album
your monetary
sales.
success, your album sales, your how many hit songs you got?
How many
how
hit
many-
songs does she have?
A lot. Just because they're not number one, don't mean they're not.
I
great.
don't care about number ones. How many hit songs does Nicki have?
Okay, every project had at least
Yo,
3 of them. on it.
last time Drake dropped an album, right? And Cardi as well. Cardi too. Cardi had like 5 or 6 songs,
So you
almost
telling me
7 songs
Cardi
charting
has
on
done
top
more-
100 on
Cardi-
her album release
Cardi has
week.
done more to the game.
Nicki
than
didn't do
Nicki's
that.
Done.
Since Cardi's come into the game, she's done more than Nicki.
Has Cardi done more?
I can't
to the
judge
game
her. I
than
can't judge
Nicki?
her on that. That's not fair because she
Okay,
hasn't been
and
out
Nicki
longer.
has not slowed up.
Yeah, she has slowed
No,
up.
She hasn't.
Yo, on that note, you said Nicki hasn't slowed up. We can't have this conversation.
She
I need
hasn't.
this whole
You want-
thing to
Just because she didn't
like,
come out with
end.
an album doesn't mean she slowed up.
I need,
No, the fact
She
that
was
she
still
can't,
making singles and all of that.
and they were trash
What did we talk
To
about
you.
before
To
we started
everybody.
this
To
podcast?
you.
to everybody.
What did we
That's a
talk
popular
about
consensus.
when we started this podcast?
I know, but it's like
Did you ever? Did you?
his criteria is a weak because he talks about, oh, did she do more than Nicki? No, she didn't do more than
But
Nicki
what are we
because
gonna get
Nicki
from
came
the
out
end of
6
it?
years before
What are
her.
we gonna get from the end of it though?
The fact that he's
The
wrong.
fact that Nicki is killing it.
Nicki's not killing nothing but herself.
Nicki got Queen Radio, homie.
Nicki's killed everybody's song that she's been on
Have you
as of
listened
3 months, but she's been putting out trash for 3 years.
to you,
Okay, let's touch on this, please.
Barb's get 'em.
I kind of want to touch on something more deeper.
No, I need you to touch on this Nicki Cardi thing as a female because I love both of them, and I agree with DJ Diamond Cuts. Shout out to DJ Diamond Cuts. We did an interview with her a couple weeks ago, at the DJ Expo, and she made a good point. She was saying how there's no real reason to put these females against each other, and I do agree with that. I
That's a
think
fact.
we should focus
But
on bringing everybody close
Nicki
together.
always say that. She always be like, she don't have no problem with Cardi.
She's gonna say that because she knows once she says she has a problem with Cardi, she's stomping her career out.
But let's
You
at
cannot
least
stomp Nicki career out.
Why?
She's too up there.
There's no
let's
such
at
thing.
least quote her correctly.
If you can get Michael
because
Jackson out of here, you can get Nicki out of here. Go ahead.
we
Michael Jackson
definitely
ain't
you
got
just
it.
You talk. You
Wait,
crazy. People
you
wrote him
just-
off for a long while.
hush up. You just brought up that she has Queen Radio, and she purposely talked about how she always gave female rappers perks, no matter who they were. She always gave them shout outs when it came to their music and all of that. So there should be no reason why this whole conversation is even happening at the moment.
I agree.
Because she shut it down herself. Like, and if she does have a problem with something, you see it. Like, people go off about it, they'll post it. It does, for real,
She's throwing
people make
shots,
it
but
more
I
than
agree.
what it should be, but she don't be caring. Like, she be doing her own thing. So,
All I'm saying is,
it shouldn't be happening.
I feel like we should. I feel like
You feel like what?
there are people who just like, not sure saying you,
But
calm
you're
down.
saying me. Go ahead.
People who just hopped on this. Oh,
That's how you know somebody want to talk about you when they look at you and say, "I'm not talking
I'm
about
talking
you, but you want to talk
I'm
about me."
just
Go
saying,
ahead.
all the people that hopped on the, oh, we're gonna go against Nicki, or we're gonna put Cardi over Nicki, just like bandwagon.
Kind of like how people
right?
jumped on Tekashi, but go ahead.
I feel like you should have more respect for Nicki.
I do. I love Nicki
I don't sense that.
because I said Cardi's better at this point. I can say she's better at this point and like them both.
I think we need to look at.
I don't think so.
I think Cardi's trajectory is moving at a faster rate upward than Nicki's.
Nicki is evolving as we speak right now.
To
She's
what?
changing her whole.
To what? What is she changing into? Because don't get me wrong, I love Nicki, man. I hate to do this because you're making it out to be as if I don't like her, and I like them both. I just think Cardi is projecting at a higher trajectory, going upward faster than Nicki. I think Nicki's plateauing at the moment, but I think Cardi's still rising. And I think at any point that could shift, but that's just the rap game. But we see it all the time. Wayne was at the top. Kanye was at the top at one point in 07 with Graduation, and literally Wayne switched it the year after with Carter 3. So you see it all the time, and then Drake comes in 09 and completely shifts it again. So you see it all the time. So it's nothing wrong with saying Cardi's up there right now and Nicki's right there behind her, but they can still be great in their own right. I personally think that they're still both amazing artists. So I agree with Kayla. They're both great.
We need some more women rappers to be on top. We need some more competition in these streets.
As long as none of them turn out to be like Azealia Banks, I'm good with it.
Who?
Shots.
As long as none. Did y'all see that Azealia Banks clip with her on Wildin' Out?
Nah,
Yeah.
That was
I
cringy,
scrolled by
man.
it,
Yeah, that was really.
but I don't really
cringy.
like Wildin' Out because it's all staged. So it's like some things they say
That
is
wasn't
funny,
staged.
but
That was real.
I like
That shit
real.
was real.
That
I like
was real.
real like.
Shout out to
Oh,
Nick, man.
I'm
Yo,
gonna
Nick, you doing
clown
big
you.
things with that.
I like that real. I'm a clown you stuff. You know that stuff. Like a lot of that stuff is staged. Some of it's improv, but
The content is great, though. I mean, we can all agree that, though,
a
it's
lot of
still
stuff-
great content.
Yeah, it has to. Yeah, it's entertaining. Just not mostly for me.
So you want the show to be more improv.
Yeah,
I agree. I think it was
I'm
a lot
big
more
fan of
improv. It was more improv back in the day, right? Like when it first started
Yeah, when it
coming out.
first started,
Yeah.
it's like more raw. Like,
I agree.
but I understand the business model of it. You have to do it like that to be entertaining.
Yeah.
To longevity.
I agree.
Nick has brought that to levels that I've never thought it would be.
Yeah, he
Now
did
he's
what
like
he had
touring
to do.
every show is like a different city. I think.
Yeah.
I'm proud of Nick, man. I remember when Nick was on All That, and he was just a kid actor. To see how far he's come with that
I remember
company,
when Nick
incredible.
came out his
I'm proud of that, man.
He came out with his first rap video, and I was like, "Oh, it's over."
Yeah, and he's overcome his rap
And he
career.
came back.
Anybody that can overcome a Nick Cannon rap career, they got my respect. I'm sorry. Nick, shout out to you, man.
You know what's crazy? What if Nick can actually really rap though? But he just came out with some whack stuff.
Or maybe he could
What
just
would be
really
the point?
write, and he
You
just.
think he could come back?
No.
What would be the point?
Yeah.
What would be the point of holding back your rap skills and purposely looking trash?
I mean, you cannot have rap skills but have writing skills. I'm saying like he could.
Oh,
write
absolutely.
for people.
But he's trash at
Did
rapping.
y'all see
Yeah,
his
that's true.
last movie he was in?
Refresh my memory.
I didn't see it, but it was in a movie with like The Rock or something like that.
Oh, I definitely didn't see that.
I didn't see it either.
If I hear the
But
name,
then
I'll
I
probably
thought about it
remember.
when I seen like a clip the other day. I was like, oh, I didn't see that movie, and I was like, I don't want to see it because Nick Cannon in it. But then remember he was in Drumline and stuff, and
Drumline was my movie.
he was
though.
he was the guy in that movie. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Where did he fall off at? Why did I automatically have that image of I don't want to watch him in that movie?
Because that was his last movie. That was like 2004. I think when you go 14 years of not having good movies, that'll make you think that.
Possibly. It's a classic though, so
Yeah, it's
He's
definitely
straight.
a cult classic. Absolutely, 100%.
straight.
I'm actually dumb. I think I watched it too many times. I think I'm done forever watching Drumline.
I haven't seen it in a while. Yeah.
I've seen it.
Really?
Seen it. Probably a couple years ago, but it came on TV and I watched it on DVD, and it's just like I'm done.
I used to feel
Notice
the
I
same
said
way.
DVD because I haven't watched a DVD in forever.
Oh, I was about to say, I didn't never seen a DVD in so long. I seen on Netflix they still give out DVDs. I didn't know that.
I mean, that kind of
Oh,
makes
they
me
mail it to
happy.
you?
Yeah.
It
Still
fills
do
in the
that?
nostalgia.
Yeah.
Dang.
The
Shout out
things
to-
that they don't show in the app, they
shout
mail
out
it to you.
Netflix for ending Blockbuster.
Shout out to Blockbuster for ending themselves. They had a chance to buy Netflix for $50 million, and they didn't take that opportunity.
Remember when going to Blockbuster was like the thing?
It was nice.
Oh, yeah.
Like you could buy your popcorn.
Buy pop-
expensive
yeah,
popcorn.
man. That was
They
lit.
had the games there. I used to love renting the games.
That's a fact.
Damn,
I don't think I was
Hollywood
into
Videos,
games at
too.
that
Shout out
point.
to Hollywood Videos.
that was complete waste.
No, I was
of
saying I don't think I was into games at that point, so I don't know that, joyful side of it. But this movie's.
Do you remember going to
I
Blockbuster?
do remember.
Okay.
I was waiting for somebody to.
I
bring
was
up. I'm
at-
like, I'm the youngin in this. I'm like, they probably. I don't remember.
'Cause I didn't know if you did. I know it was a long time
Blockbuster
ago.
was the
Yes,
joint,
I
yo.
remember.
Netflix was killing for so
It was
long, and at
always
some
a
point we
long
was just ordering
line.
Netflix, so I didn't know if we was even doing Blockbuster at that
Thank
time.
God for Netflix.
I was
up
on the.
there.
I was on
See,
the
Netflix should be Blockbuster right now, but they didn't want to change the model.
You have to disrupt your business model, and they didn't want to
when
do it.
They changed the model, but it was too late. It was other people like Netflix that was mailing stuff out way before Blockbuster made that change. You got all that money, that all those people on your team. Like, how did they not pick up on this? Like, it's
Honestly,
crazy.
what hurt me
Complacency,
more
man.
was the
It's a
closing
killer.
of Toys R Us. Like that hurt. That hit me. That hit me deep.
I think I cried for Jeffrey last night. Honestly, I had a
It
dream
was-
about Jeffrey a few days ago.
I really looked myself in the mirror. Was like, I am still a Toys R Us kid.
Yeah, that
At
doesn't
heart.
leave you. That doesn't
Like-
leave you. Toys R Us gang all day. That's the one gang I would definitely represent.
Then I'm like,
Alright.
am I a loser now since I'm out of business?
No, you have.
Gangs are
you
trash,
have
by the
s-
way.
You have support.
What games
around
are trash?
Said gangs are trash.
Gang?
Gang banging is trash. By the way,
Gang banging is not trash.
it's super trash.
you. Oh, he's a G, clearly. So
Yeah. Gang banging is super trash. That's what I'm talking
What do you
about.
mean,
Like
Yeah.
throwing up your set, Bloods, Crips, all of
where
that.
did that come
Like gang.
from?
Because I
We
said,
talking about toys.
listen, I said I was talking about Jeffrey. I said I'm a Toys R Us. I said I represent that gang. This is how my brain works. Don't try to figure me out.
Okay. I'm like, yo, this guy have flashback throwing
Don't
up the hood. And
try to
what?
figure me out. Let's just keep it going.
I thought we were talking about the other game again. Anyway, so
I bet you did.
Wow.
TV 14. Thank you.
Keep going. Keep going. No, nobody caught that, so I'm not even
Anyway.
going to repeat that. Keep going.
I don't want to grow up.
Honestly, that really hurt me. Like when you go on their website, I don't know if it's still there, and it has like that little like letter, and it's like still be a Toys R Us kid at heart or something like that. And it's like you
Yeah.
say it like this breakup is easy.
The
like,
other
this
night
is
I
the
was
struggle.
riding past the Toys R Us and it was kind of the sun was going down and I was just waiting for that Toys R Us light just to pop on and
It just stayed dim.
it just didn't.
You saw a little flicker, but it
Just
didn't come on.
But think about it. Before it even said it was closing, right? When was the last time I went in and bought something?
That's not the point.
Yeah, we
Point
missing
is-
the whole point here.
I don't even remember
That's not
buying
the
it.
This ain't the part of the show where we put each other on blast because we're not gonna do that.
That's not the point.
We've been
It's
lo-
all y'all fault.
No, we love Jeffrey from afar. Jeffrey, we've always loved you, man. Yo, matter of fact, I had a dream about Jeffrey the other day. I don't know if everybody has seen Jurassic World too, but this is a scene where the
Wow.
Brontosaurus
I
dies
thought we
on
talked
the
about
island,
this, that we're not gonna talk about it.
and they slow shot the Brontosaurus burning up in the island when the island blew up. And I had a dream about Jeffrey, man, and he was that Brontosaurus, and he just kept making this noise, and I just kept looking. Yeah, that one. And I just looked back and I just looked at him and he just looked at me. And he stuck up the middle finger and fell in the ocean.
sound like a New Yorker.
Sound like a straight New Yorker. Shout out to Jeffrey, man.
That was deep.
Nah, it was tough for me, man. I woke up. I ain't shed no tears.
You're just like,
You feel
oh,
about
time
that?
to eat.
That's the first thing that I think about when I have nightmares.
I smell waffles.
Speaking of like nightmares and stuff, Dwayne was trying to talk me into. If anybody knows me, they know I don't do scary movies. Like, okay, I'm hard headed. I do scary movies, but I don't. You know, like I'll watch it and know I'm gonna be scared. So
You're
I
like
kind of
jumping every second. Like,
yeah, I'm that person. So when I do watch when I'm forced to watch a scary movie with my brothers, they be forcing me low key.
horrible.
I have to watch cartoons after for at least 12 hours
To get your mind off.
to get my
of it.
mind off of it. SpongeBob preferably.
We gotta talk about SpongeBob. Go ahead.
So is that weird? Like
No, I don't think it's weird. I used to watch Tom and Jerry all the time. I was talking to
Tom and Jerry is number.
I was talking to Jan. She's a friend of ours. I was talking to Jan, and she was telling us how she used to watch Tom and Jerry. And I agree with her. I used to watch when I was a kid. I used to watch Tom and Jerry all the time when I used to watch scary movies. Michael
Tom and Jerry
Myers.
is the GOAT. Like, how do you have a show with nobody talking?
Nobody talks, but it's
and
hilarious.
It's just like comedic
But
genius.
I think they had like a couple episodes where they were talking.
they do. There's
They
some
did.
points.
It was
But
like
it was like "Wah, wah, 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 wah," something like that.
it was, and it's and
Yeah.
then sometimes they had like the deep voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It made
when,
no
or
sense.
when they'll scream, like you'll hear like little
The
things
screams
like
are the
that.
funniest part.
But
Like
like
when-
that's really it.
That was
No, the
stupid.
screams are the funniest part. But no, I don't think it's weird. I think it's normal.
No,
Oh.
it's fun.
If you guys want to see something creepy and crazy, you guys have to see the last 25 minutes of the movie Hereditary.
See,
When I tell you that movie is
you
intense,
talked about it, so that means I can avoid it.
bro, the last 25 minutes of that movie, I still can't get the images out of my
I'll
head.
take your word for it. I believe you.
We're gonna watch
100%.
I've never seen it.
What,
Never
ma-
heard about
after
it.
the podcast, if you guys have the time, we can watch it.
You and Nathan, let me know how that goes for you. I'm straight.
You can watch SpongeBob after.
See,
SpongeBob
me-
don't come
see,
on till
me,
like later.
I've been blessed with the powers of just going straight to sleep, no matter what I'm feeling, and I'll be cool with it. I'll be cool with it.
All right, so I'm glad that you're cool with it. I'm glad that you're cool with it. Let's as a matter of fact, let's get some questions. Actually, Kayla, you got the podcast pulled up,
I
right?
do. I mean, I'm seeing
A lot of feedback, a lot of engagement. I'm loving it.
We got one person to the Nun next month. First of all, I would just before I even ask about questions, Dwayne. I don't want to put you on blast, but I have to prove a point.
You don't
So-
have to at first.
Put him
you,
on blast.
I
go
do.
ahead.
You and Nathan have to stop this. You have
Yeah,
to
put him on
stop
blast.
saying that you don't want to do this to me and still
But
do
see,
it.
like there's levels of putting you on blast, and this is like a lower level.
I feel
so
it.
it's not too bad.
I feel
Fire
attacked.
the missile.
I feel attacked right now.
So Dwayne watched the trailer of the Nun,
And it was crazy.
and apparently he jumped just from the trailer.
Bro.
That alone tells you I'm
Yeah.
not watching.
If I jump,
So-
it's something serious.
Before we continue with that, you know, last weekend a nun got caught for smuggling crack in her, cocaine in her
Let her live her best life.
humph. What is that called? The shoe is not a heel, but it's like a wedge.
She's living
Okay.
her best
She had
life.
cocaine in her wedge. A nun.
Not
About
surprised.
2 of them.
Not surprised.
Fine.
I mean, all the things that we're hearing from the Catholic Church at this point, I'm very numb to it at this point. I'm not surprised by anything that comes out of that.
I know you're not. Let's just
No, it's not even that. It's just you hear so many things. It's kind of like violence you see on Facebook. You see it and you're so numb to it at this point because you're so used to seeing it. It's
Yeah,
like
it's pretty.
crazy?
you desensitize.
the
at this
Pope. I think visited for the first time this week. I think it was Ireland or something like that. About these kids that was being touched in the Catholic Church, and he was visiting.
Yeah,
them.
it was a lot.
And it was like 2 daughters he met with coming down the plane. He was getting off the plane, and the 2 daughters was right there. I guess they was violated. And he goes and touched them, like, just touches them. I'm like, I don't know, like, touching my daughters after what they've been through.
Wow.
Come on.
Yeah, that's intense. That's too much. Again, I'm not surprised. I don't.
Never
That's
like,
crazy.
believed in the Pope, yo. Like, come on, yo.
Jackie wants to know: did you read the article? She sounds like
That
my
sounds
God.
specific.
Who's Jackie?
Wow.
the shade.
Shout out
Okay.
to our cousin Jackie.
Who's Jackie?
Listen, I don't mess with her. She's a lawyer. So,
You remember that the next time that you're gonna need her to bail you out or something,
The amount of money I pay
she's gonna call you and you're
the
gonna call her
amount of
collect.
money, the amount of money I pay my lawyer, she'll handle all that for me. Okay.
Jackie, I don't know how many zeros you're gonna put in the chat for the dollar amounts that he's paid you.
It's gonna be kind of full in this.
It's gonna be a lot of zeros.
Jackie,
Kind of full.
do not put my business out there. I don't need these people to know how much money I got.
She's just saying read the article. Whenever you get a
Jackie,
chance.
she always about read the article.
Reading is
People care about the
Beneficial.
story, not the truth. Okay. Anyway,
If you guys get a
coming from
chance,
a person who wants to be a
everybody
journalist.
that's tuning in right now, if you get a chance, just share the podcast to your social medias, whatever your social medias are. Just share it right now. Get everybody locked in tune. We're gonna touch on a couple topics that I'm pretty sure you guys want to talk about. But if you guys have
Also-
any suggestions, hit us in the chat.
also go to Instagram and follow our Instagram page. What is it? Ride with Talk Cafe.
Ride with Talk Cafe.
Or you can follow me, the real Nate Hustle.
You know, he has to single. himself.
Anyway, didn't what happened in WNBA this week or last week? Wasn't it like the finals or something like that?
They're playing
A
basketball.
lot.
That's all I know.
Was it like the playoffs or something like that? I saw something with what was it? Diana Taurasi like going against this girl and she was like,
A
she
lot
like
of retirements happen. I know that. for
she
a
did
fact.
she had like an epic game. I don't know what it was about, but I know they was taunting each other and she ended up winning the game and I thought that was dope.
Yeah,
I never really seen WNBA players like go at it like that.
really?
Thought it was exciting.
I used to love when they did
I
that. Shout out to
I
all the
never really watched, so you know.
shout out to all the WNBA players that's retiring, man. I really feel bad for them because it's like, what do you do after that?
Live life just like like a regular NBA player would.
Well, let's not do that.
You don't live life
can't live
like
life-
the regular NBA players.
Yeah, it's not the same.
The lowest paid salary in the NBA trumps all WNBA.
Tenfold.
So
I
can't
that's
really live
why
life. You might be right beside me working.
I think you're
somewhere.
talking about breathing, right? I get it. Yeah. So shout out to everybody
Exhaling.
that's breathing. Living life is I don't know. It's a different concept.
So they have their social medias out there. So if you guys just want to, go and tell them off, I totally give you utter
The
permission.
real Nate
because
Hustle. I will reply to you. I'm petty.
I give you
Yeah.
utter
Shout out to
permission.
the real Nate Hustle. Y'all can
But-
follow me at Junior the Future. That's Junior DA Future. Junior
I
the
mean,
Future.
look, honestly, if they want to brag about NBA players having all this money, then I don't want to hear nothing
I'm
about
not
this.
bragging. I don't get paid from none of them. I don't care how much they get
No, I'm
paid.
just saying because there was such hurt about NBA players and their child support.
Oh,
Clearly
yeah.
they can pay for it, so I don't know why people were so sensitive about it. No sarcasm, but I'm just saying.
Here's
Yeah,
the thing.
I agree.
Here's the thing,
About
I'm
child
ready.
support. It's not a. I feel like just because you make a certain amount,
Mm,
I feel like it should be a limit on what that person should get.
mm-hmm.
Because it's like some people out there, like what is it? Blake Griffin, he got paid like $13 million a
He could
month
pay
or something
for
like
it.
that.
He got it.
Like, who needs that much for one child?
He could pay for it. He got it.
There's no way he's paying $13 million for 1 month. Absolutely not. There's no.
think
I
such
think
it
it's a
is.
year. Not
It
a
might-
month.
$13 million a year.
It
probably.
might be a year.
Still, I'm like,
He got it.
yo, what are you doing with that child that you need $13 million a year?
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm mad at the fact that he's still doing everything for his child and still has to pay it.
Exactly.
The system is flawed.
I can see if he wasn't doing that for him. I feel like there should be a certain amount, like, and I think it should go with the
How willing the
pay
person is
grade
going to
of
be in
what
their
you
life.
get paid. But at the same time, it's like it should be a limit. It's like crazy. And the same thing with when people split up, like divorces and stuff. It's crazy. Some people getting paid crazy amounts.
Spousal support.
Like what's that
hustle.
blurred? It was a lady. Dang, she's a celebrity too. Dang, but her husband cheated on her, and she got to pay him $300,000 a month.
Was that
Or
Mary J. Blige?
It was something like Mary J. Blige too. Ain't it like $30,000 a month she got paid or something like that?
Nah, it's way more than that. I think she got paid
I think it's like 300.
over 100,000.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like over him cheating on her. Like
I
that's
agree.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Listen.
Especially if they don't got no kids.
Listen, I'm just saying the whole situation when it comes to, people talking about they shouldn't be paying that amount of money for child support just because you know, oh, they spend time with them or they giving them more than whatever. That is I'm honestly, that's a personal choice. Like, I think every person, guy or woman, whoever it may be, should be in their kid's life, whether, you know, they're together or not. But a lot of people don't be in their children's life, so they just pay child support. But some people make the choice to do both. But if that's what you got to pay, that's what you have to pay. And when it comes to basketball players, I don't feel sorry because they can pay for it. Done. Like, it's not denting their pockets whatsoever.
I agree with you, and I would only agree to the basketball players that are not doing what they're supposed to do or handling their responsibilities. But if a man is doing everything in his power and paying and taking care of his child financially and physically, emotionally, if he's covering all the parameters, why should he have to pay child support? There should be no reason. The reason for putting somebody on child support is when they're neglecting their responsibilities. Like, you got him paying $1.3 million for child support, and the man is already doing what he has to do.
So, okay, when you have child support, right, that happens when the parents, right, are under separate households, right? Am I right? Sorry, they're trying to, like, figure something out. But I'm just trying to figure out if the kid, let's just say, for this sake, is under the mother, right? If the kid was with both parents, they would just be having an equal amount of income coming from both sides. So just because now the kid is with one parent, they shouldn't pay child support because they spend time with them, they're in their life.
What I'm saying is,
they shouldn't pay child support because they're still financially taking care of them.
Not just like, oh,
on
this
one
is just
side.
what happens. I feel like if someone was in someone's life and like let's just say you made the woman's like just at home, right? Just because you make a certain amount of money, you don't want her working, whatever. That's different. I feel like, yeah, you should give her a little bit more because you changed her lifestyle, right? But it's like, even if she did, it's like, and it depends on if the guy continued to provide for them after they're falling out, and like, how much money you really need to take care of a child? Like, damn, like I'm sure if a girl's getting like, let's just say $20,000 a month, you tell me you can't take care of your child?
Okay.
People not even making $20,000 a year.
We have to look at this not so one-sided because not everybody is married to a basketball player and not everybody.
I'm saying
is
it
married
goes
to
both
a lawyer.
ways. Men do it too.
I get you, and not everybody
You know
is
how long
married
I'm
to
about
someone
to trap
with
somebody
money.
off?
So when you're married to someone who is a janitor and doesn't bring in that much money a week,
Janitors get paid.
they get paid. But I'm
In
saying
New
they
York.
don't get basketball or lawyer paid. They get a good amount of money.
Get a good slip and
So
fall.
that mother is not getting the same amount that, you know, that we keep bringing up, you know, people who keep giving these large sums of money. So, no, it's not enough money to take care of a kid.
20,000?
No, I'm talking about just,
janitor.
just
That's
a
what I'm saying.
regular,
It should
regular
be. It should
person.
depend on your money stature and your relation to them.
I honestly don't care about the amount. If the judge rules that Blake Griffin should pay 1.3, then he should pay 1.3. I care about the circumstance as to why he's on child support in the first place. If I have a wife and we're no longer together but we're co-parenting, and I'm taking care of both of them financially, if I'm making sure that my child is taken care of and I'm keeping and maintaining a lifestyle for them both, let's say that lifestyle comes out to about $200,000-$300,000 a month, right? I could make $100 million a year, right? And as long as I'm maintaining a great lifestyle for them, they have to worry about nothing, absolutely nothing financially, and everything is being taken care of, and we're co-parenting on an equal level emotionally. Why would you have a reason to put me on child support? I'm taking care of the child, and I'm maintaining a lifestyle for you both.
Okay, but if y'all have that agreement, that's cool. But you know that agreement happens before anybody puts anybody on child support. Like, they don't just be like, oh, we separated. Child support.
I actually
Somebody can say
disagree.
they don't want to be on child support.
I actually disagree with that because there are women out there that have a plan to do that to people with money.
I get that. And I know there's very spiteful people, and men or women, and I get that.
I've been
But
trying
I'm
to trap somebody for years.
Here you go. But I'm just saying, like, people don't have to be on child. People can make that agreement, like you just said, all good and dandy without being on child support. That can happen in a perfect world, but some people just don't feel that way. Some people aren't able to coincide that way. They might have some type of feelings toward the other person. You don't know. Like, it's all situational when it comes to stuff like that. So you can't really put any kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Title on it, really, because it's just not fair. You're gonna label every single person that chooses to or to not be on child support.
I agree. I think, but that's a situation that's circumstantial.
Interview the child.
But you can't do that with a newborn.
Not a newborn. I'm just saying when they get a little older. If they're old enough to talk for themselves, have them talk. Be like,
that's always messy. I never agree with.
What does Daddy do for you?
Yeah, that's always a bad idea. And I don't think you should drag the child into.
Or it could be like, Daddy never loved me.
Wow. This was constructive. It was constructive at one point. But no, I agree with you. I just think that it should be circumstantial. I think it should be by circumstance. It shouldn't be, or situational. It should be where if he's not taking care of the family. If he's not taking care of the family, you have great reasons to hold him accountable legally through documentation.
But just like you said, situational is people who don't take care of the family. And if it's a guy or woman not taking care of his or her family, the other person will still not ask for child support.
I feel like I'm about to get served papers.
Yeah, I think, again, I agree with you. But I think when we're having that conversation, we have to have that disclaimer in there. We have to have that disclaimer where it's like, I agree that people should be placed on child support, but, right? Because then there's another situation, like I said, where why would I need to be put on child support? I'm taking care of you with everything. You have to worry about nothing.
Like you said, it's situational. So that's why I'm saying this whole putting a whole title on it isn't necessary.
What title are we putting on it?
You're basically saying that. Well, I keep saying mothers. I'm trying to not be so like. But basically, you're saying the person who has the child for majority of the time.
Baby mama.
No. That wasn't my. I don't know if that's what his point. That wasn't my point. It doesn't matter who has the child.
No. I'm not saying it matters. I'm saying the person who. Okay, basically the person who's giving the money to the person who has the child most of the time, right? Who's paying the child support. Basically, you shouldn't pay it because you're taking care of them.
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why would you need to place me on child support if?
But why does it? That's what I'm saying. That's why I keep saying it's situational because
a lot of people are not consistent. And it's like just like
so then all right. So then it goes back to the situation of that's when they need to be placed on. But I'm not using that as a situation. You're changing the circumstance. If I am using my finances to take care of you, I should not be placed on child support. I'm taking care of you. If I'm already giving you $300,000 a month, and you're requesting $300,000 a month, why do you have to place me on child support if I'm already taking care of you?
But I would love every person to be in that situation.
And they're not.
And they're not.
And that's why the disclaimer is important, because I think we stigmatize a lot of fathers when we say, we just talking about Blake Griffin as far as him being on child support. He's taking care of the child. So I disagree with him being on child support, especially for that excessive amount, because he's already taking care of them. So I never saw the reason. And and when you look at those kind of situations, it kind of looks like, and it can come across, that she's just money hungry. Because if he's already taking care of you substantially, right? He's not like he's putting you in a Honda. If he's taking care of you and giving you a great lifestyle, but you're requesting $1.3 million, it feels like greed. Mm-hmm. It feels like you're trying to get as much as you possibly can.
But we're not gonna.
If you know, I don't know, because Blake makes a lot of money, so
that shouldn't mean anything.
It shouldn't. That was my point before. You shouldn't. But then at the same time, it's like I started thinking about.
So we discard morals because we make more money.
No. Because who knows? Like $1.3 million a year is probably like nothing to him. You know what I mean? So
it's not the point.
It's like you don't want to have your kid growing up. And you don't look like Blake Griffin's son, like out here looking crazy, looking normal.
If you can pay $300,000 a month, you're not gonna look like anything but great. I'm sorry, $300,000 a month is great.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think $20,000 a month is great.
Yeah, that's still a great lifestyle if you really technically think about it from a middle class standpoint.
Yeah,
20,000
like,
is
you
great.
can't take
So
care of yourself with
imagine
20,000, like,
200,
come on.
300,000. So you're putting me on there, and I'm already taking care of you, giving you
I have
300,000
a
a month.
Lambo every month.
Come on.
I mean, we're not good.
There's WNBA players that don't ever reach that number,
God bless the women who's in
and they
those
get paid.
situations.
They get paid less than that a year, and he's giving that to her more than that a month.
You had to bring that.
I'm putting in everything into perspective, and we look at them, and they're taking care of their families with that, right? And if we can say, and if we can look at their, and I think they should get paid more. Let me just say that. But she's getting paid twice as much as they're getting paid. Why are you putting me on child support? I'm taking care of you. You have an amazing lifestyle.
I mean,
Because
I'm
you
not.
hurt me
Because I get paid a lot of
cheated.
money.
I'm not taking it away the fact that it doesn't happen. There's people who get pregnant by people with money all the time just to get their money. I ain't taking that away. I know it happens. But look, if you're agreeing to be in a relationship with somebody and you're agreeing to have that baby, I mean, it takes two to tango. So I'm just saying,
Sometimes 4.
we're not going to talk about that.
Wow.
Definitely not. Then it just is what it is. I mean, you have to look. There's so many things that just aren't right in this world. I could even bring into the fact of like how women are being controlled when it comes to like abortions and stuff like that. Like, there's so many things that just aren't fair. And a lot of the times when it comes to child support, it may not seem fair, but it is what it is. And I mean, I don't want to be like, oh, that's like what guys get. That's their karma. It's not. It's just like,
Well, do you think that this is why people stay in relationships longer than they're supposed to and they
I
wind
do.
up cheating on their spouse? Because
think-
it's cheaper to stay in the relationship?
that's exactly what
But
Tawana just said.
I
It's
would-
cheaper to keep her.
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly. Look at
So
Beyonce. Look at Beyonce.
this is a lot of...
Perfect example.
I'm lost on that one.
Jay did what he had to do. Beyonce gave
'Cause he
him a
cheated.
pass. Sometimes y'all girls need to give. Sometimes, I'm not saying it's right. Beyonce set the new wave. You get got a pass.
So you're saying Beyonce... What's the point? Jay stayed because... I'm lost.
Are
Now
you
somebody
saying-
keep me
What
up.
I'm saying is,
I'm really lost.
sometimes guys, players mess up, and you just want to pass through it, see if y'all can work it out, instead of just automatically, oh, we're done. And the other way around with the girls. Even though I think guys are a little bit more
Sensitive
about that situation.
I could talk about that.
very-
Like, we're gonna have another conversation about polygamy and we're gonna have another conversation.
What's that? Is that what the? No, I'm playing.
We open marriages,
That's
open
the first thing
relationships.
I thought about was the
I wanted to touch on that too because that was a popular conversation on Twitter a few days ago. I think it was because I forget what it was about, but it was a popular topic on there. But we're gonna talk about that too because people are saying that a lot of people are happier being in either open relationships or having
one time.
being out of a monogamous relationship. You was about to say something?
Yeah, actually, somebody asked me that question like the other day. I don't know who it was. It was like,
That's some
would I like a polygamous? Can I function in polygamous? Okay.
relationship. Yeah.
Yeah, polygamous relationship. And I was quick. I was like, yeah. And they were like, wow, really? You just answered it that quick?
What
Yeah.
would be the reason?
The reason is because if I'm mad at you, I can go to her
That
without
is-
any guilt.
I thought it was going to be something profound,
Or
and we were going to learn from
we
it.
can all play board games together, just not me and you. And then let's just say Monopoly. Everybody got their own rules, right? We got a third person.
So you comparing your relationship to having horse rules in Monopoly?
You said what are the benefits of it? You didn't really say that, but I'm saying you said that. What are the benefits of it?
Misquote.
And that's what I'm saying. You have somebody, if y'all racing, you have somebody to say, oh, you won. If it was that close, there's a lot of benefits to having it. Having two or more. Just imagine having one of them that has like 6 or 7. At least 3 of them ain't getting it.
This conversation definitely has to happen. I don't think it should happen today though because this. is not
So again,
gonna go well.
you want to bring it all the way back to Blake, or to?
So we went from polygamy.
No, we got to
Blake.
polygamy. We started at Blake, but we're gonna bring it right back around.
I was ready to just conclude that as like you.
Here we go.
I feel like you kept saying it. It's situational. Like
Yeah,
I mean, you really. there's too many personalities and types of relationships out there for you to just, you know, I think label is the best word, to label it as one thing, and it's just, you know, people out there for the money or people being greedy. You know, that is a case, but that ain't all cases. So it's like, you know, and yeah, I think it's another reason why people stay in relationships after they have a kid. You know, they feel like that's the easy way, but in the cheaper way. But I mean, we'll be here all day, not even for the next week.
Yeah, I'm all for family, man. I'm all for trying to making it work before letting it go.
Right, but sometimes it just doesn't work.
I need to be happy. You're not happy, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
agree.
not a lot of people make that choice before they have a kid.
Just cause, man, I need to be happy.
I agree.
That's the con
Which
of
I really need
lust.
to figure that out before y'all have kids.
That's the con of lust.
You know, some
And if
people
y'all
think
need
they
to-
have it all
if y'all
figured
don't
out
need to-
until
if
they
y'all
have
don't know
kids.
anything, I just need somebody to talk
True.
with you guys. My Instagram is the real Nate Hustle. I'm also a life coach.
Yeah, I can really see that relationship going up in flames. First session.
I really am a life coach. My bar therapist said I should be a life coach.
Is that on your
That makes sense,
Is
though.
that on your resume?
That makes sense.
It will be tonight when I edit it.
All right, so
I
life
mean, I
coach
ain't
don't
knocking
need
it.
that. I'm my own boss. Entrepreneur.
So you asked me a question earlier about the B word.
that was the main
The
question.
BB word or the B word?
There's only one B word.
No, it's the BB. Got the bad bit.
Let's not make it too technical.
So the
let's
bad- yeah,
let's
the
just
bad-
keep
the
it
bad- okay.
simple.
Bad bit.
The B word.
Yeah,
You know,
the
and
B
I'm
word.
sure you know.
Now the B word could be like, who you calling the B word? Or it could be like, I am a B word.
That's what we're gonna
That-
talk about. I feel like that's what we're gonna touch base on because that can be the case a lot. But so, what was your general question? Like,
I wanted to know why is using the B word bad, right? And let me give you a perspective of from a guy's perspective, from not myself, because I feel like in certain circumstances, you know, it is bad in all circumstances, in my opinion, right? But okay. When women call men dogs, right? Here's a perspective that I see as popular. Women call men dogs all the time, right? Men are dogs, men are dogs, men are dogs, right? I mean, women are dogs too. The actions as to why you're calling a man a dog, you can also find in a woman as well.
not disagreeing. Continue.
There is no word, unless I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong. But is there a male word for a dog?
Nigga.
Okay.
Is there a male word for a dog?
Yeah.
Or did you mean a female word for a dog?
No, we know there's a female word, but is there a male word for dog?
I thought that was the
I think
word
that
you were
is dog.
explaining.
I think it's just
So it's
dog.
just dog. So when you're saying he's a dog, he's a dog, he's a dog, and we say, well, you're a female and you're a dog too, but there's an actual word for that.
So yeah, just getting technical. Is what
I'm
you're
not getting
saying.
technical. I'm just saying there's a word for it. So we want to say
Thotty.
you're a
Bum.
dog, but we say the B word, right?
I say thotty.
Some people are
Do you
saying
think it's a
bum,
Do you think
leg.
it's a situation where we're putting so much power in that word when that word actually holds meaning in the right context?
Well, like you said, and this is coming from because this is all the conversation is really gonna have any kind of foundation on is opinion. Because, like you said, in my opinion, you said you thought the B word was wrong, right?
Yes, they still call men dogs all the time. I see it every day. No, there was a question in our chat. Do are men still called dogs?
Yeah,
I
they
see
do.
it all the time.
Yeah, bum, low life. Yeah,
Yeah.
I still hear all of that.
They're getting creative with their words, but they still
Problem
call us
child
dogs.
is-
The new word is hoe.
Haven't heard in a
Call
while.
guys hoes now.
No, they've been doing that since I was born.
Okay.
But
Since you were born, like
Yeah, so as long as I can remember, since I've been hearing words, I know the word.
you a stupid hoe. You a stupid hoe. Anyway,
All right,
go ahead,
let's
sorry.
go.
when it comes to the word, the B word, right? It, like I said, this is gonna be all opinion. I think the B word should not be used.
I agree.
Like, okay, I know dudes nowadays, a lot, and I don't know why, but I guess it's down to the female to actually, step up and say, oh, I don't want to be called that, or I don't like that, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They'll call their actual girl the B word, like, oh, that's my B.
And she'll love
And,
it.
But you know what?
and they don't care.
They don't care.
All about how the woman was raised.
It's the
Because
op-
it's like,
it's
like
opinion.
guys, we know who to say that to and who not to say that to.
Some don't, honestly.
I mean, I don't really use it. I don't use it at all. I don't call women that.
I raised you right.
I think it's
Unless-
kind of
unless it's in like different, is in a perfect time where she just wants to be called that.
I've been guilty of saying it.
Okay.
But
did you know you was wrong?
Of course. I mean, you were wrong after the fact. I mean, 9 times out of 10, well, in this generation, 6 times out of 10, the guy's gonna say it out of frustration, and the other half of that is gonna say it out of a term of endearment, right?
define
Because
endearment.
Huh?
Define endearment.
well, complimentary. I mean, you say it
Oh,
in.
yeah, that's me.
Okay, so you're both. I mean, yeah,
No, I don't. I really. I don't think I really said it in frustration though.
I have.
Not to my woman. To other people, yeah.
But even then, like, see, look, this is how I know it's all about opinion and how you've been raised and how you feel. Because me personally,
I hate the prospect of like how, because I was raised very well, but we all do dumb things.
Yeah, but how you was raised too,
see
because
that?
it's what you've grown up and seen. Like, if you've grown up and seen that, you're gonna think it's okay. Like, it's just all about how you've been programmed when you've grown up. So, but me personally, like me, of course, I don't want to be called no B word. I think that is the utmost disrespect. Me,
I agree.
I'm not calling
I would be
my
appalled.
guy.
I
Nope,
agree.
none of my friends, my boyfriend, husband, whoever, I'm not calling him a nigga either.
Say it again, please.
Because
Say it again.
Nigga.
Oh my God.
unless I'm trying, like you
Come
said,
on.
out of anger.
Wow.
I've been
I'm-
frustrated with this perspective of women not owning up to that, because I've had conversations with several women, and I would say, oh, do you guys find the B word
I
offensive?
don't even want to talk
Yeah.
to a girl that say the N word though.
But then I say I agree, and then I'll say, well, why do you call guys niggas? Oh, that's nothing. That's just y'all say it to each other. I know we say it to each other, and y'all say that to each other. So the points never seem to, unless you don't say
That's
the
a
word at
different-
all, you don't have a
It's
good point.
Different mindset of different women though. Some women, they grew up like that and they think it's natural.
This is-
Thank you for making that point. I want you to say that point again, please, and
But
say it
how?
loud.
But what Nathan just said, like it's
Exactly.
the same thing. The same thing applies to when a guy calls a girl a B. It's like how you was raised and how you view it, and it's like surround yourself by people who, view it the same way, or if you can teach them the right way,
I
show
agree.
them the light. But I'm just saying, like it depends on the person. Like girls go around like, oh, I'm about to go call my nigga, we about to go out or whatever. Like, and that's just normal. Like, if a guy calls me out of my name, it's a problem. But some women do not care, and it's just like that. And then guys think it's okay because they be like, oh, you talk to your girlfriends like that.
I've
But
been-
it's the same for
I've been with
how
women,
guys feel.
Like, not
I
a lot of
agree.
women. I've been with this.
That's a
I've
good
been with
point.
a woman who made that an emphasis. Like when we first met, not to call someone out their name. Not for me to call them out their name because they would just be utterly so disrespecting.
it's a
and
deal
I like
breaker.
that. That's a woman should have standards like that. But then there was times where we get in an argument and then she'll call me out her name, out my name.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, yo, that's crazy. Like, how could you have such a standard, but then you don't uphold your own standards?
I think honestly, I think when you with somebody and you make a lifetime commitment, there's gonna be at some point in time when there's a certain moral principle that you try to place in a relationship that you'll break yourself at some point. I truly believe that. Like at some point, one of your moral beliefs you're going to break,
Yeah, but
and it may be out of frustration, but it's gonna
yeah,
happen.
but at that point, it's like, to me, it's like, well, what are we in it for if you could break that? It's like,
I think that's a part of. I'm not gonna say it like this because it sounds like it's. I think it's a part. I'm not defending anybody, but I think it's kind of a part of life. I seen somebody say, in order to really truly be in love with somebody, you have to learn to be comfortable with devastation. Because when you have love, devastation always meets you at some point. And whether that's you lose the person you love after being together for a long period of time, you know, you become devastated. But you have to learn to be okay at some point with dealing with devastation. And sometimes devastation may look different on different people. Some people may be devastated by them being called out their name. Some, it may be the death of the one they love. It looks different. So to your point, yeah, I think you can be in a relationship with somebody and they break a moral principle that they put in place. You know, I think at some point in time that's going to happen, and it may happen through frustration. But you have to learn how to deal with that with each other. That's important. If you deal break that because they broke a moral principle off of frustration, you have to check how strong your foundation is with that person.
And that's exactly what I did. And that's exactly why I'm not with them.
You're a good man.
I'm a great
Good
man.
man.
I overcame that.
You're a strong man.
Trapped off.
You're such a strong man.
We'll be praying for you, D. So
basically, this is just the same response as we got from the prior situation. It's just like it's situational. Like you have to just keep looking at it through perspective and how other people see it. Like, of course, I would love every woman in the world to know that they should not be called a B. But some genuine, like if you go up to some and generally tell that to them, they'll be like, "Oh, I don't care," and like that's cemented in their head. Like they just genuinely don't care, and it's just like, I want to change your mind, but I ain't gonna force it. So it's like, it is what it is. That's just the world we live in. Not everybody's gonna have the same mentality. So,
no, I agree. I think it goes back to what you were saying as far as upbringing as well plays a part.
Oh, definitely.
You know, upbringing plays a part. I mean, but then again, you have those instances where, you know, I've seen girls who've had great parents and they still would do some of the worst things. You know, so you just never know what you get nowadays, man. Here's a key right here. Here's a major key. If you have somebody great in your life, please don't mess that up. Like, hold on to that. Because the way the generation is now, it's ridiculous. It's scary out here right now.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you're in a position where you don't know who's a guy, who's a girl, just to start off right off the bat. Like, that's super misleading. You know, whether that's through cosmetic surgery or makeup. You know, I hate those before and afters on Facebook that I see a lot of times, where you see the
getting you, don't they?
Man, it's scary, man.
Remember that time?
Before she put on makeup, she looked like Todd. She looked like a whole dude.
Look,
I seen this one girl, bro. I think it was a video. It was a Chinese boy. He did his makeup. He looked like a female. He didn't change nothing but the makeup.
Basically, he would have got you that night.
Wow. Wow.
shows how he feels, bro.
Shows how he feels.
I can for the most part tell if it is or not. There's a lot of things, a lot of key features that you can look at. But,
Okay.
I've seen some very good ones up close when I went to Atlanta, and it was kind of weird. I was actually in the middle of deciding to go to New York or still live in Atlanta, right? And, you know, I was like, yo, look at the women out here, yo. You know, they was all looking at me, you know what I mean? You know, because it's a demand for men out there. So then I started thinking about why, right? And then the same amount of women that was looking at me was about double that of guys looking at me. And I quickly made my decision not to move to Atlanta. But I can pretty much tell, though. You know.
Okay.
So you're a pro. All right.
It's good to know, man. I'm glad that you have a
if you
transgender
have
radar.
Like a radar guy, I'm the guy.
Yeah, it's good to know.
This just inclines me to like look up pictures.
And if you can't tell, just go to, are you a guy? Are you slanging and banging?
That's work for you?
That's right. How'd that work?
How'd that work out? I want to know the end of the story before I do it.
No.
That was enough proof for you?
All right.
I mean, you can pretty much tell if you're just having like a conversation with them. Like, come on, guy.
I want to say this completely off topic because I want to get off this topic as soon as possible.
Honestly.
That'd be pretty comfortable in your own skin.
I'm very comfortable in my own skin. I just don't have any stories to share about me talking to transgender women. So I want to get
my
over it.
dictionary.
I
My files.
don't want to. I absolutely don't want to do that. But nah, so I want to talk about yesterday. How we was 90 seconds away from getting an exclusive interview with LL Cool J.
Oh yeah, something y'all never told me about though.
Listen, I made rules that we should not talk about it because it's not going to change.
Well,
the
we're
fact
not
that
gonna-
We don't have it.
No, this is a positive approach to the scenario because I feel that
How do we go from transgender women to LL Cool J? And it's funny how he had that allegation, right?
I don't know what allegation you're talking about, sir.
About him messing with transgender women.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know. Do your research.
All right. LL, we gonna get that interview soon. LL. We was 90 seconds away from getting that interview with LL.
Or just a drop.
Or just at least a drop. But the ladies definitely love Cool J because they would not let me get close enough to ask him for a drop.
Facts. It was crazy.
Them cougars was out there at
Cougars?
full effect. Cougars.
Ooh.
They were out there at full effect. When I tell you I've never felt sharper elbows to my side,
Nothing like it.
I tried to get a little close. I tried to get in her way. Boy, them claws came out so fast.
Sir.
Wow.
Listen. Okay.
But it was crazy. But it was a dope event, though. Honestly, like, the event was good in itself. Honestly, we had a good time watching the games.
It was.
We should have stayed behind and got an interview with some of the kids. We're going to do that next time.
Yeah, possibly. I liked it. I think, first of all, they was going off on that ball court.
Yeah.
Like,
Shout out to all the kids that won the championship yesterday.
them coaches was in it. You would
Intense.
have
I
thought
loved
it
it.
was like a championship game. Like, they was playing no games, bro.
I loved it. Yeah, I really did love it yesterday. I loved the fact that everybody was involved. The community came out. I mean, of course, because LL was there. But they stayed even after he left.
They did.
And the numbers kept coming. So I thought it was good.
Honestly, I thought more people were gonna approach him, but I guess I don't know if the kids like met him before, so it was just like.
But I think he
none
was
to
making
him.
his way around the park because he was on different ends of the park throughout the time we were there.
I still like had this vision of seeing like
A huge crowd.
a crowd of
Yeah,
people
I
just
did too.
following him.
I did
like,
too.
But I don't know if just everybody always sees him because that's his thing. Like that's his
Yeah, his
that's
stomping
camp.
grounds.
So, but
That and the fact that it was sectioned off, so you couldn't pass a certain point.
yeah, we was low key like
Yeah, we were VIP.
we were low key VIP.
Like
Shout out to Councilman Miller as well.
Facts.
Councilman Miller's really been looking out for the Talk Cafe podcast the past couple of weeks.
Giving away the plug.
Nah, I say everybody should know about Councilman Miller, man. He's
Yeah,
been
he's
really
doing
looking out
work.
for the podcast, making sure that we stay abreast of what's going on in the community. The past couple of weeks we've been doing a lot of community work. The past two weekends, we've been out in the community, getting exclusive interviews at the events for you guys, and all that footage is coming as soon as possible. Hopefully we can get that done by the end of the week and get that to you guys because it's dope footage. We got some legendary footage from the video box, didn't we? The 35th anniversary of the video box.
That was it. I would just like to tell my story because
Get it out there.
I just gotta tell
I
a little
posted a picture of
song.
it yesterday on the Talk Cafe.
Yeah.
You seen it?
So, your girl got to interview Play
Wow.
from Kid and Play, right? Because when you say Kid and Play, you say Kid and Play, and it's like that's the first word that comes to your head. All right, so I got to interview.
Shout out to Play.
First of all, I was trying to get to Kid, but everybody named Mama wanted to talk to him, so I couldn't interview him. It was a struggle, but homeboy complimented my hair, and that's all I needed. So I'll take that and run with it because I'm just saying that was lit. Dwayne got some dope interviews.
Yeah, man, listen. I had a legendary interview with Cool DJ Red Alert. Let me tell you, man. It didn't get no better for me. That was the highlight of my day, honestly. I'm going to let you guys watch it. We're doing everything we can to get that content to you now. But he gave me a compliment. Basically, it was a small compliment. I'll be humble.
I mean, he trying to be
I'm being humble. It was a small compliment.
Put a battery in his back.
Let it
I
out.
feel the heat.
Let it out.
I feel the hate.
No, go ahead.
Get it off your chest,
I'm
brother.
ready.
He said he was like, one day it'll be you on the opposite end of that. You know, one day you'll be great, and you'll be on the opposite end of the interview, and you'll be the one being interviewed. You know, I was stunned. Honestly, I was
He
like,
got himself a nice prophecy.
I was like, wow, this is. He spoke my
Would you
future.
say that
I
was,
knew
like,
it was gonna
mostly
happen.
like God sent.
No, but I would say that was profound advice. I think.
Look,
And not even advice. That was a profound statement. Like,
It was a
I
statement.
see the greatness in you.
Not even-
He only
not
looked at
even
me
a
for 3
thought.
seconds. Not even a thought.
It
Just
was a pure
he
statement.
looked at me for 3 seconds. He was like, "You're gonna be great." But honestly, it was amazing, man. We got to see Kid and Play perform. We got an interview with Leon from the Five Heartbeats, the
Yeah.
Temptations. That was amazing. Oh man, we got an interview with the X Riders, the X Rider Club. Yo, when I tell y'all that's gonna be a dope interview when we put that out there to y'all, man, y'all gonna love that. We got 2 interviews with them actually.
Yeah.
But y'all got to stay tuned for that.
It
What
was
other
heavy
interviews
out
did we
there.
get? Because y'all got a couple interviews.
There was a few.
I had to
man.
cut Nathan out of a couple of the pictures because he has a serial
Me
killer
out
look.
there.
Now I'm blowing your spot up. I'm blowing your spot up. He got when I tell you we out there, right? And this is funny. I think this is hilarious
First of all, I was out there
'cause-
looking fly.
no,
Let's
because-
put that out there first.
because naturally, if I showed y'all the pictures, y'all wouldn't have thought he had a good time, but he had a great time, right? At the end when he was at the concert dancing and all that, he had a great time. But then there's certain pictures where he looked like a serial killer. And I was like,
Yo,
I wanted to post it,
at
but
that
I'm like,
moment,
this
I
is
was
scary.
having a good time. I was just really hungry, and I guess it was just showing.
Oh, it showed, brother.
It showed.
It showed.
It showed.
Because the way you was looking at Play, it was like, yo, if he don't hurry up with this
Yeah.
interview, it's going to be a problem. You had your hood on and everything. I said, yo, what is about to
Yo,
happen?
I
right
had
now?
the hood on because I was blocking the haters.
Okay.
Right. Good explanation.
Blocking haters. All right.
Good explanation.
All right. Major key.
Yo, we at a hip hop festival. We can't put on my hood.
All right. So he looked like a serial killer, what I thought was hilarious. I'm going to actually post those pictures anyway.
Actually, regardless of
I'm
the fact,
gonna
if I
post
look-
those
if I
pictures
look
anyway.
like
Make
I
it a
was-
meme.
Or
if I
make it,
look like
yeah,
I
we
was
got to
gonna-
make that a
If I
meme.
look like I was gonna come get you, I still look fly doing it. You know what I mean?
Hey, speak your truth, brother. Speak your truth. What interview did you have, though? You didn't speak on it. What interview did you have?
Okay.
All right.
So,
You said them already.
No, I only said 3.
The one that we wish we had was
Allen Houston. Allen Houston was there, too.
Nah, not even
man, when I tell you I was
Lost
sick.
Boys. I wish we had them
Yeah.
because I really like them.
Oh, Mr. Cheeks.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mr. Cheeks, man. We was
They killed the stage though.
they
killed the stage.
bodied the stage.
No,
man.
really killed the stage over him. Kid Capri.
Oh, Kid Capri had a set.
Yo,
He had a
killed
set,
it. Killed it.
bodied it.
Killed it.
Bodied it. I mean,
newfound. I already had high regards for him, but that just went to another level.
there was a
Seeing-
part. There
seeing
was a
him
part in
live.
that set though, where you was like, "Is he calling him?" Come on, like you
Yeah.
don't be honest with the
All
people.
right, I was
No,
just
be honest with the people.
Nah.
Oh, you want to be like that?
Put
Don't
me
do
on
that.
frustration
Come
like
on,
that.
come on.
Don't ever disrespect a guy like that. Stop it.
Don't do that. See, he gonna be fake on the camera. Be
Nah,
real.
nigga.
Be real.
Yeah. I was trying to say, I was being funny. I was
Oh,
like,
now you
he
being
kinda-
funny. Yo, he
I
gonna
was-
try to preface it like I was being funny.
Look, we supposed to be on the same team here. This man ready to throw me under the bus.
We are on the same team,
Ready.
and only because we're on the same team, I'm gonna
How
throw
many
you under
times
the
I've been
bus.
thrown under the bus. It's the chain still there. He trying to wrap my head around it.
As long as you still got a body for me to throw under the bus, I'm gonna throw it. That's part of being on the same team. I'm pretty sure when you ready to throw me under the you threw me under the bus with Nicki
Right.
Minaj.
A lot of people just can't stick together.
Hey man, I'm a crab, man. Crab in the barrel.
Oh yeah, and
Wow.
DJ, I got to interview
mayonnaise, ain't you?
DJ G Money. He went off. He
Ketchup.
was going off on his, and his kid was dancing on that stage.
That
Like,
was dope. That was fun.
He was going off.
That was a dope interview. You remember that interview?
What interview?
Moving on. So,
Yo, this man was there, but he really wasn't there. Like,
Yo, no. I was
He
still
was
thinking about
mad
the
hungry.
The bucket of crabs and mayonnaise was nasty.
so you was
Hey.
thinking about crabs swimming in mayonnaise?
Yeah, because you said you was. All right. What interview?
DJ G Money, the guy, the DJ who was on the. Okay.
Oh yeah. I remember. Yeah, it was ill interview with the kid, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I remember him now.
That was a dope. I thought that interview was fire.
You did that interview, right?
Yeah, Kayla did that by herself, I think. Yeah. That was
I'm
fire.
telling you, that day I was
Shout out to the Disco
hungry.
Twins too. That was one of the funnier episodes, funny interviews that we had. Did the Disco
Mm.
Twins? I don't think y'all was around when I was doing it,
I
but
think I was
No, I
somewhere else.
wasn't.
they were hilarious, man. Honestly,
Oh,
I
I was
appreciate
there, I
them.
was there.
You was there?
I was there. I was eating that little
You was
little-
eating at the
little
time.
rations they gave out.
I love the fact
Yeah.
that you keep bringing up food.
Yeah, I was.
He was
hungry.
hungry. We was
I mean,
all
we
hungry.
was all
We
hungry.
we trooped it out because we
I
was
was
all starving. We didn't eat
They
all
had some
day
nasty
from beginning to the
macaroni- they had
end.
some nasty macaroni and cheese.
I don't eat everybody's food. I didn't eat nothing over there. No offense to anybody that cook. I just don't eat
It was
everybody's
alright,
food.
but it wasn't like. And it was it was like the loose macaroni and cheese.
And we can't forget the interview with Dr. Dre. That was classic. That was funny.
That was
What was
good.
better, the drop or the interview? I think the drop was the funniest
I
part.
think the drop was funny.
The drop
What
was the
did he
funniest
think
part.
That we said. I
He thought we
forgot.
said Top Cafe.
top.
That was funny.
Top
And it was
Cafe.
dope though. The crazy part was that drop was fire. He was like, and it ain't the bottom, but the top
I
Top
know, he
Cafe.
made it
I was
work
like,
so
that's
well.
Matter of
fire.
fact, that's not a bad name.
Dr. Dre, you started, sir. You better
Hey.
coin that before we take it.
Hey,
We might have to start a sub podcast,
I'm
and
gonna get my lawyer on it right now.
you ain't paying her, so she ain't
You
even paying
kinda-
attention to you.
I don't know if she with that anymore now. She kind of, I don't know if she want to be a lawyer anymore.
She hasn't gotten a single invoice for you, not one time. She is not with you right now.
I can't. I didn't cash after her a couple times.
The fact that you stuttered when you said that makes me know that you absolutely lying right now.
Anyway,
But I cash apped her one time.
Talk
Sounded
about-
like that rooster from Looney Tunes. Lying right now.
anyway,
Out of here.
but that's not bad from
Wait,
the
isn't
bottom
it a
to the top.
pig?
No, that's Porky, but
But he stutters.
he does. They both do. The
How
rooster.
highly disrespectful that was to change our name like that.
I don't think it was disrespectful,
I'm taking it.
but I'm definitely gonna run with it though. That was
Right.
hilarious.
Are we starting beef now?
You starting me.
Yeah, you starting beef. We have no beef with Dr. Dre.
Facts, B.
I wanna
Dr. Dre.
smoke-
And we're talking
I-
about
I
we're
wanna
not talking
smoke
about
with
Dr.
somebody.
Dre, the legendary producer from MWA, by the way. We're not talking about that Dr. Dre, guys.
Yeah,
No, because if Dre said that, we probably would have to change it.
If Dr. Dre from NWA said we were Top Cafe, we're Top Cafe.
Honestly.
Sorry, logos
Logos
getting
getting
changed.
Everything is changed. I'm
Everything.
taking off my shirt at that moment.
Yeah. But oh, don't even worry about this. This was actually a typo on the shirt.
Yeah.
It meant it's supposed to say Top Cafe.
Yeah.
None of those Sharpie can't fix.
Yeah, let me
Cross
cross
it
that
out
out real
real
quick.
quick.
Don't pay attention to that.
It's all good.
Can you just say that one more time, clear in the mic? Top Cafe.
So I'm just saying.
Now, shout out to Dr. Dre, man. We're gonna drop all the drops that we got. We got some amazing drops, man. We're gonna drop that soon. It's so much content that we've gotten the past 2 Sundays, guys, that we're really trying to work our best to get it out to you. But we're all super busy with our own lives doing other things. But honestly, we're gonna get that to you guys by the end of the week. I promise. We're gonna get that to you guys.
And one thing that I
Wonderful.
have brought up to my team, you know, and I'm gonna put it on blast so that y'all can enforce it the way I'm enforcing it.
Mm-hmm.
That we gonna put out, you know, some miscellaneous YouTube videos of us doing, you know, like some challenges or something like that. And one challenge that we actually are gonna do first.
What challenge are we talking about? The
I
foreign
think
candy?
no. We're gonna do the nuclear noodle challenge.
Yo, here's the-
We're
here's the-
just
yo.
gonna.
Your noodle.
Yo, here's
No.
an issue. Here's an issue that I got with this right now, right? Here's an
Okay.
issue that I got with this
What's
right
the
now.
issue?
I hate the fact that
Hate is a strong word.
yeah. So emphasize on the word hate. I hate the fact that we already did something like this already, and we have a video of it,
You know what's crazy?
and I almost died, and you want us to do it again.
You
But
know what's
see-
crazy? I remember that video, and I remember like Dwayne dying. I remember like y'all going crazy, and then like DC's girls just like eating it like a champ. Like it was
Shout
just
out
normal.
to Ariane.
She
Yo,
just was eating
Ariane
it like it
ate
was
that
normal.
hot noodle
Listen,
challenge like it was ice cream.
It's the Caribbean in her.
She was
can
just
do that.
like I want more.
She looked at us like we were crazy. She was like, "How y'all not finished yet?" I looked at her. She was done in like 4 minutes.
I mean, she low key did
I
have
wasn't
like an ocean of sweat on her head.
She
but she
was
still
hot,
took it like a champ.
but she took that. She was like, it was nothing. She ate it like it was ice cream. She didn't want no ice cream.
because she eats a lot of Thai food, right? Like spicy Thai food, right?
She's
I
Caribbean.
think that's what
She
she
eats
said.
a lot of spicy
Yeah, she
food.
does. She did say she ate a lot of
Speaking of
spicy food.
Thai, that's where our good friend Handsome's at. Well, he's coming back from there.
Oh yeah, man. Handsome
And
living
he's
his best
having
life
a
right
ball.
now,
Him
man.
and
Shout out
him
to
and his
Handsome, man.
girlfriend, is having a ball. Well, had a ball out there, like.
Yeah, I saw the
They
videos,
was
man. That's what's
telling
up.
me that, 'cause,
Shout
you
out to
know,
Sade. It was Sade's birthday that just passed, right?
Yeah, yeah. they
Happy
went for
belated,
the
Sade. Happy
birthday.
belated.
They did it big for the birthday.
That was dope.
And $1 here is $33 there.
I believe it.
I believe
So
it.
like they went to the fanciest like restaurant or something, ate good drinks and everything. Everything came up to like $18.
Yeah, that's what's
Like
up.
that
Man.
was crazy. That's crazy.
And they hit Dubai on their way there too. I saw that video too.
Yeah,
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 I think they
yeah,
had like
yeah.
a 10-hour layover
Yeah,
or something like
that's
that.
Like
Yeah.
definitely a
Yeah,
great.
Dubai is
I had a
definitely on
great
my list.
experience.
It was beautiful. I saw the
I had a
pictures.
great experience living through them on Instagram.
For real, because I saw a picture that they posted of the aquarium. I think it was in the mall. Man, it looked better than some of the aquariums we got in New York.
Man, our aquarium.
So
And that was just
officially,
the
I want
all.
to say happy birthday to Sade since it was her birthday.
Yeah, happy belated, Sade. Happy belated, man. I definitely saw the pictures, man. I appreciate the pictures that y'all
I
posting up,
appreciated
taking
the
the time
ride.
out, because I'm living through y'all, like Nathan
Appreciated
said.
the
Pictures was dope.
showing me where I am not in my life.
Translation, we trying to be like you when we grow up. We trying to be like y'all when we grow up.
Oh man.
So next to the spicy noodle challenge that we're gonna do, right?
Handsome,
We're
I see
gonna
them
do it.
gains too, brother. I see the gains, man. I see the gym work. I see the gym work.
He's really trying to get out of this, and it's not gonna happen.
I'm just complimenting my boy. I see the work.
Is that
I
what
see
you're
the
trying to
progress.
do? Is that what you're
Yeah,
trying to
that's
do?
what I'm doing.
Okay, so next to the spicy noodle challenge, we also, want to do a snack crate. If y'all don't know what that is,
What?
snack crate. You never heard
What
of
is
it?
that?
So
Taco.
basically, it's a crate. It's like a box that come and
It's
each.
not a bad idea.
You didn't even hear what it was though.
Yeah, you definitely didn't hear the whole thing. I'm
Yeah.
surprised you even know what we're talking about.
I'm like, all I said was crate. Like he was so
He's like-
infatuated with a crate.
You didn't even hear what it was. Yeah, that sounds dope. Let's go
The
with that one.
smallest things make you happy, Kurt. I see.
He's a simple things, man.
And
Simple
what comes
thing.
in the crate?
So every month they choose a random country, and you get to try snacks from different countries.
You know what's crazy? They probably just travel, and they just be like, you know what? This is not everywhere. Let's just put this in the crate and send it out.
They making money.
I'm pretty sure at some point people would have found that out. Like,
No,
this is not
e-
really from
e-
my
even
country.
if they did find out, what's the difference?
The fact that you're ordering stuff from Paris and it's not from Paris.
No, what I mean, they just travel. They're like they're going to France this month,
Uh-huh.
but they'll find different things in France and then send it to all the subscription people. And then the next month they might go somewhere else to live or vacation.
Oh, you mean like each country they
Yeah,
touch, they send it out?
and they figuring out how to make money while they're traveling.
That's
and
dope.
That's probably what they do.
I mean, I don't know
Which,
how they
if
do it.
I master that, I am out.
Yeah, that's a
Nah,
dope
that
commerce
goes.
idea.
I mean, cool.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yo.
But that's another thing we gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
We did last one. We did what was it? Korea. I think it was.
I think it was Korea.
I think it was Korea.
They had some
It was.
fire things in there too.
It was half and half for me. They have
Yeah.
an obsession with fish.
I still have the pictures on my phone. We probably have to post that
Yeah.
on the social media. Did we record a video for that?
We went live on Facebook.
Oh, we did go live on Facebook, right?
Yeah. We were supposed to record it, but it was like a little like late, so we was just
Yeah.
like, let's just.
We were
do it.
impatient. We was like,
We
let's
were.
just get it out now.
But some things was really good from there. But they have the obsession with fish. I ain't gonna lie, and it was just a little too much for me. Like,
You know, one thing I would say about Korean delicacies, well, I'll say snacks in particular. Their flavors are true.
For
They're
real.
intense.
For
When they
real.
say it tastes like shrimp, it tastes like shrimp.
It tastes like
It's not shrimp flavored. No, it's shrimp.
Yeah.
It's so intense. Like when they say, okay, like there was certain, wow, I forgot the name of it. I'm not even gonna try to figure it out. But there was one where it tastes like those nasty beans that you get in Bean Boozled.
For real?
Bean
I don't know.
Yeah, it was one that, remember, it was one, maybe I didn't like it and you guys did. I forgot how that went. But there was one that tasted so nasty and we had to drink something because it was so nasty.
Oh yeah. I mean, okay. Then all of us didn't like it because I know what you're talking
It
about.
was one of them that we all didn't like. And we
It
was like,
just
that's
messed up our
disgusting.
entire
When I
taste bud.
when Pop say he don't like it, it's disgusting. You know it's nasty.
Daddy, I don't know how you should be taking that, but
Take it at face value. Take it at face value.
don't know how you take.
I was
But
always
yeah.
skeptical about Korean, like Korean food, because like when I was younger, I was traumatized. I was walking down like somewhere in Manhattan and seeing this like Korean guy. He was sitting on the side, you know, with his leg crossed, and he was like going in eating on something. I was like, what is that? It was frog legs.
I actually heard frog legs is good.
It probably was, but I was traumatized like a little kid.
So you saw a homeless Asian man eating frog legs?
I didn't say he was homeless.
You said he was sitting on the ground.
I said he was sitting like, you know, it was like on a fountain.
Oh, okay.
You know, people come out from the work and they
Yeah,
go
yeah.
sit on the fountain and
Yeah.
eat their lunch. He was slurping down, eating it like really fast, like somebody was gonna take it from him. I was like, yo, what's that good? Because I'm a fat kid. I was like, yo, what's that good? I want to know. I seen frog legs. Have you ever had frog legs?
I never had it.
Sir.
Would you try it?
Yes.
If it's prepared a certain way, yeah,
Fried?
I would.
Yeah, I would.
Typical.
I would.
Typical.
Look,
It's a fact.
I mean, me personally,
There it
I
goes.
like trying new foods all the time. So I was gonna say.
That's what I heard too.
feel
It does taste like chicken.
like
I've
a lot of
definitely
things
heard.
just
Like
taste like
chicken.
chicken. Like
I think it's so weird meeting like black people that be like, I hate chicken.
I ain't never met
It's
one.
like,
Yeah, I think that's weird too. My aunt doesn't eat grits.
I love grits.
Yeah, she doesn't.
She doesn't eat grits.
Sorry,
I love
Tay Tay. Hey,
grits.
Tay Tay, how are you?
I wasn't gonna say the name. I ain't want to. I ain't want to
What?
put it out there like that.
Grits are
Sorry.
amazing. I make like the best grits.
She can't lose her black
I like
card
putting.
back.
Here's one
She's
of my,
lost her black card to me as soon as she told me she don't eat grits.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think that's.
That's a lot of people that don't eat grits.
Yeah, I think that's.
All right, so
A lot of northerners.
so I'm being too harsh.
A lot of
Little
northerners
bit.
don't
All
really
right,
eat
all right. I'm
grits.
putting your card back in the mail. You got
They
it.
always compare
You
it
got
to
it.
cream of wheat, and I'm like, it's two different things.
I hate people that try to compare cream of wheat to
Grits.
grits.
Can I just talk about how somebody was like they put sugar in their grits?
I do
You what?
sometimes. Yeah.
That's
In your grits?
okay.
Yes. Jelly. See, that's a southern thing.
Yeah, you
That's a
different.
southern
Must
thing.
be. It must be because I
It's
think
a
the person
southern
who
thing.
said it to me.
You
was
said
southern.
jelly?
You just haven't had it. You
Jelly.
haven't had it. Jelly. I like to. Me personally.
I gotta try it.
I like to
I
put
never
apple
heard-
jelly.
had that.
I like to put apple jelly in.
When you can just have simple like I know what's other thing is like fish or shrimp and grits, something like
Oh
that.
my
you
God,
know?
give me some
See,
shrimp
but-
and grits.
For
People
real.
don't really do
Shrimp and
that.
cheese grits, please.
That came from
That's
New
the key to my
Orleans
heart.
type of thing. Like I don't like it
So
like that.
southern.
I like it either. See me, I like to mix stuff in my grits, even
Okay.
though
There's nothing wrong
I
with
have
that.
a thing on that too. But I sometimes I like putting the jelly. You know what I mean? Or you either want it sweeter or the salty. You put the salt, maybe mix it. Me, I like to mix the eggs in there, mix the meat, whatever meat I got in there, and mix it all together. But sometimes you can eat it sweet. You just gotta try it. You gotta try it. We should have a taste test on that too.
I'll give it a chance, honestly, because look, I'm not a person to be like, you know, oh, that's gross, and I haven't tried it.
Yeah,
I'll
try it.
give it a benefit,
To
but if
me,
I don't like it after that, no.
My recipe for grits has way surpassed anything I had with grits. So now it's like, to me, one of my secrets in my thing, which I'm giving out right now, live exclusive. I like to put like pepper jack cheese in mine.
I mean, that's fine.
That's
I mean,
fine.
just
I can
cheese,
see that.
cheese
But
grits.
it's
is
these
good.
little cow thingies, little things that come in the market, and it's like pizza slices of it, like little chunks. You throw that in there, it melts all in there. Oh.
I mean, it's a personal
Hey, yo.
I just
But
never
yeah.
heard a jam.
I'm a
inside
5-star
grit.
chef, just in case y'all didn't know.
I didn't know. Thanks for
I
telling
did
me.
not.
I am.
Dang. I want some shrimp and grits now.
I
Or
want some
just
shrimp and
fish
grits, too.
Period.
Can somebody come make us some shrimp and grits, please?
I
Or
got
just
y'all.
bring us some fish. I'll cook it up.
I don't do
some
the fish though. I can make the grits though.
You can't make them.
Actually, I went to a restaurant, Peaches in Brooklyn.
Shout out to
I had a
Peaches.
nice
Yeah.
nice
Peaches
dinner
is
with a
fire.
couple of friends.
Peaches
I
is
actually
good.
ordered the grits, and they had pepper jack cheese in the grits. And
Okay.
I thought I'd never seen that at a restaurant myself,
Uh-huh.
and they made it pretty good. Mac and cheese was horrible though.
Really?
Yeah, it was horrible.
I love Peaches. I love their omelets.
Omelets?
Omelets are
Have
amazing.
you ever had the mac and cheese though?
I did. I thought it was good. I didn't think it was
It
bad.
was alright.
I had that with the salmon dish. Thought it was pretty good.
You
But
love
we
salmon.
didn't. Salmon is amazing. But on that note, if we're gonna talk about food, then we gotta talk about the best food I ever had in my entire.
Oh, hold on.
Life.
Let's.
You gotta
Let's-
talk
Hold
about
on.
the best.
About to cry.
Let's give this
Man.
the proper
Man, oh man.
introduction this needs.
There you go.
First of all, I just want to say this was the best thing by far.
Please don't say it how I think you're gonna say it.
I could have like a tear came to my eye before I even received this thing in my hands. Okay? Like the weight, the smell, the anticipation is like no other.
Crazy. No, continue. Continue.
Was I by myself in this moment? Like,
Well,
Just a little bit.
No. Honestly, yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, I would describe it similar.
When this beautiful creation, heaven sent creation was being made perfectly for me and other people that day. I was very grateful to be a part of such a great occasion and a great timestamp in my life that really opened my horizons on different views of the world.
Yo, what are you talking about?
This is
What are you talking? No, what are you talking about?
I'm saying this.
Did you find religion or did you eat a sandwich? Because I feel like you're not really being
this
specific. We got away from the
changed my
sandwich.
life.
when you gotta meet the.
So you
The
had a
sandwich
religious
changed my
experience with the sandwich.
You could say religious.
Okay,
but
'cause that's
just
what it sounds like.
Life changing.
He was trying to meet the 1,000-word mark on his paper. So
He was trying to double space it.
It gave
right?
me a check
He was
on
double spacing his essay. I see it.
what life is about and how to save world hunger.
So the sandwich was amazing, right? Sandwich was amazing. Sandwich
It
was
more
one of the
than
best
amazing.
things.
That was an understatement. It was more
Yo,
than amazing.
honestly, he's right. It was
Like-
words don't do it justice. That was the best piece of food that I've
If I had
ever
to choose
had.
that over my child,
So
So he doesn't have one.
yeah,
so that doesn't really.
so everybody know in the future Nathan's gonna be put on child support. He's gonna be put on child support as
myself
soon
on
as the
child
baby
support
comes
first.
out. As a matter of fact,
Ah,
as the baby's
gotcha.
coming out, he's gonna have to sign that paper. I already see that.
Soon as the
So he's gonna have to
head
sign the birth certificate and the child support at the same time. It's gonna be double documents, back to back. This man just put a sandwich over his own child. So shout out to his future child. That's
if you go
not
to my
as
if you go
important
to my
as his own.
Instagram, the real Nate Hustle, you'll see a picture of the cheese of the sandwich that we had.
basically his child.
So who's gonna be in the stroller, the sandwich or the baby?
Um,
The sandwich, right?
I'm gonna get a double one.
You gonna get a double one?
Hey,
You gonna put the sandwich on back of the baby?
yo, that sandwich is official. I've never felt the way I felt about food until
Yeah,
then.
that sandwich was incredible, yo.
The whole time, it was so good. I didn't even want to finish it.
Yo, real talk. I took 3 bites and I just I had to pause for a second.
You gotta savor the taste. It's not and I was in it, and the sandwich was so big. This is the biggest sandwich I ever had.
What it was 18 inches?
I don't know, but
It was huge. It was like 3
It was
halves.
over 2 footlongs of Subway. Ew, Subway. Yeah.
Yeah. Now when you think about it,
Sorry, Subway.
Especially the
nah, I'm not sorry. Subway, you're trash.
Especially the spokesman and touching little boys. Anyway, so
Yeah, never sponsor us. You're trash.
so you're eating half that sandwich and you're pretty much full. I was full, but I didn't want to stop
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't want to finish. I'm so mad at myself I didn't get 2 sandwiches. It was a cheesesteak. Can we say with the place now?
Of course, yo,
Yeah,
shout that place out.
Cheesesteak was at the White House in Atlantic City.
White House in
The
Atlantic
legendary-
City,
the
man. Shout out to the
legendary,
White House in Atlantic City. I'm gonna let me tell you a quick story about how much he wasn't even paying attention to life around him.
I wasn't.
We were waiting for our sandwich,
Mhm.
and Vinny from Naughty by Nature just casually walked in.
Mhm.
With it, I'm assuming that was his.
Now
wife.
this is how
If I'm
legendary the
wrong,
place
I'm
is. A
sorry.
whole bunch of celebrities just walk through there like it's nothing.
This is a landmark, you would say, because they had a
Yes.
bunch of celebrities come in throughout history, but modern history. But he walked in casually with his female companion, and Nathan didn't even recognize. He didn't
I didn't
notice. He didn't know
notice him
it.
at
He
all.
kept looking and making weird sounds that I don't want to repeat.
I wish I had
While
a
looking at the
camera on me while I was watching my baby being created.
Right, and he was saying weird things like that, like "That's my baby right there," as if he
Like-
just
like-
as if the baby was
Yo.
born. And you know how the fathers be, and at the point
Look.
where you can see the baby and he's
Look.
pointing to it. That's him as the sandwich is being
all my
made.
foodies out there, y'all understand.
Oh,
what
I
I'm
understand
talking
completely.
about.
I was with
When
you.
just look at a sandwich.
Our
you be like,
our
I'm a-
kids were side by side. That was side by side.
I just don't think they'll put those before.
I just don't. I wasn't saying it. He was saying it,
Plus-
so I was like,
Plus, when I'm hungry, I get hungry. I get to the point where it's just I can't function. And then you present that to me, you're making the meat and everything all fresh and smelly and.
honestly,
and-
I took a
and-
video of how it was prepared. The preparation for the food was just as mouth-watering as eating it.
Yo,
probably even better because the anticipation seemed
Let me
like
tell
it
you,
was more of an
If
experience.
I ever
than eating
opened
it.
up a restaurant and changed my whole perspective on what I would serve, I would make sure I would have that cheesesteak there.
It's not gonna be the
Oh,
same.
I'm
but
not
yeah.
opening up a restaurant.
It's not gonna be the same.
Even if it's
yeah.
at a vegan spot, I will have that cheesesteak there.
You keep saying that cheesesteak. It's not gonna be that cheesesteak.
It's going to be. I'm going to learn how to do it. I'm going to learn how to do it, or I'm just going to buy out one of the employees.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody probably tried. You gonna buy out one of their
I'm
employees?
going to buy the employee.
I guess it's kind of like the Krabby Patty. I mean, you could try to duplicate it, but it's just never the same.
They're so
All you do
passionate
is buy,
about
all you
this.
do is buy like, I would buy a SpongeBob.
I feel like everybody in there is loyal like SpongeBob. They're not gonna leave there. Yo, the White House is like the Krusty Krab. As a matter of fact, I'm saying it right now. The White House is like the Krusty
Ever
Krab. They got
disrespect.
the best sandwich I've ever
Don't you
tasted, like
ever
the Krabby
disrespect
Patty.
the White House like that.
I'm lost.
He's
I'm lost.
You
not
know
disrespect-
good and well the cheesesteak is way better than the Krabby Patty.
Well, since I've never been to Bikini Bottom, never had a Krabby Patty.
You ever
I
seen
don't
those
know.
pictures of Krabby Patty?
Yeah.
It
Have
looks
you ever seen?
alright.
Have you ever
I'm
seen
lost.
people fight over a Krabby Patty? Do you remember all them fish at one point? SpongeBob was smacking them burgers out of there, like 100 at a time.
Wait, I'm lost.
That's the
I
White
thought
House.
he was
That's
giving
because the
praise to the White House.
cheesesteak.
I thought I was
That's
too.
because the
I thought I
cheesesteak
was
didn't
too.
fall to the bottom of the Bikini Bottom. If the cheesesteak came down to the Bikini Bottom, there would be no SpongeBob.
There would be no
working at
Krabby Patty, right?
Krabby Patty.
There would be no
Okay?
such thing.
Plankton
You're right.
would be rich.
Yo, imagine if Plankton got his hand on that recipe. Mr. Krabs is over.
Yo, and I'm going down there.
Good luck with that.
In other news, nah.
I was just waiting for y'all to get it out your system. Y'all was so passionate about this.
On
Like,
that
I-
note,
I can talk
y'all
about
got to
that all
eat at
day.
the White House over there by
I can talk about this
Atlantic
all
City
day.
casinos. But the reason why we was even over there though is because we was over at the DJ Expo.
I'm over want to say Black House.
we was at the DJ. They was
We
at
was at the DJ Expo.
and
And it was amazing. Honestly, that expo was so amazing, man. You know what made it amazing? I'm gonna say this. I think that how friendly and how forthgoing a lot of the DJs were. People wanted to be interviewed by us. They saw us walking around with our cameras. They wanted to know what it was about. They felt involved when we was interviewing them. Shout out to DJ Cream. Shout out to DJ Diamond Cuts. Like, it was dope. DJ Cream's set, you was there. You was with us, Nate. His set was fire, right? That system was amazing.
Yeah, it was good. The speakers he was promoting was pretty good.
I mean, he's a hater beyond measure.
Hater? Why would I gotta hate on him?
Say the set was amazing.
Yo. Oh, okay, the set was amazing.
There you go. Because he was. When we dropped the interview, he's in the interview going, "Yo, that set was amazing, by the way." Oh my God! All right, so we're gonna continue,
Nah, he
guys.
did his thing. I'm not saying he didn't.
Yeah, say it with some
All
enthusiasm.
right, but you
though.
like,
Say it with
this is what we do at this show.
yes,
Make people say stuff.
yes. Say it with some enthusiasm.
God.
Wait, before we because we only have a few more minutes left.
We
Before we
do?
end we do. Before we end it, I don't want to end it on a sad note,
I don't
but I
wanna
wanted
end.
to bring it up. You know, I don't think y'all watched it though. I feel like
Nope.
I was probably by myself with this show. Y'all ever heard of Lazy Town?
Oh, yeah,
No,
shout-
never
yeah,
heard of
shout
that
out.
at all.
That's crazy. But like
I pretty much get
Shout out to
the gist
Robbie
of it,
Roode.
though.
Was it Robbie Roode?
Robbie Rotten.
Robbie Rotten. Shout out to Robbie Rotten, man. He
He
passed
was-
away.
Rotten Cotton.
This
We
man-
need a
Little-
we
little
need like a
puppet movie
cricket
that's coming
a
out.
crickets thing.
Yo, we need a soundboard for every single time. Like, where the crickets at, man?
I know I need that on the soundboard immediately because
Y'all know that little Muppet movie that's coming out?
I want to see it. It's a $5 movie worthy.
Yeah, she's like, you want some rotten cotton?
Yeah, I'm mad.
she's like-
Yo, I'm
she's
sick of
like-
being lost, bro.
She
I'm
was
mad
like,
lost.
she was like, but I'm a girl. She was like, even better.
I can't
Yo, I
say
mean,
I'm
yeah, man, it must be
abreast on-
funny.
I don't know.
Shout out to Robbie Rotten, man, and the Muppet movie.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Dope character, man.
Yeah.
But we gonna try to get, we.
What was so sad about it, though?
Oh, he passed away.
Yeah, he passed.
Like, really passed? Or?
Yeah.
No, like Tupac passed away. Yeah, he passed away, like
No,
for
Tupac's
real.
still alive.
That's
That was the point of the statement.
that was kind of went right over his head.
Oh, so okay. So we should spread fake news now. Okay.
No, I was being sucked. All right, yeah.
I mean,
So we gonna wrap this
Are
up
we
with
Yeah.
spitting facts on this show? We just throwing stuff
he's
out.
really dead. Like he's
Like,
dead,
live,
dead. Like
life.
no. Like there's no blood in his body. Dead. Like he's gone.
Like, on the show.
when you
or
see
real
him
life?
and you talk to him, he's not gonna say nothing.
Real
he's
life.
gone.
he
Why
has.
does your ears flip when you get like that?
Cause I got that alfalfa syndrome. My ears move when I talk. My ears move when I talk. The girls thought it was cute. Sorry, man. Sorry.
Take it and run with it.
Take it and run with it.
No, he's gone.
Like he's dead, like off the show
He's
dead.
not breathing.
How many
in real
forms of
life.
death do you know of? There's only one dead. He's gone. What do you want him to be?
I'm starting to think he has something to do with it. Jesus Christ.
Yo, cause he's about to say it. Analyze. Not like, is he dead? Not, is he like really dead? Is he like half dead? What form of dead do you want him to be, bro? Like at this point, like he's dead.
I feel like you're gonna show up to like my funeral and be like, Haley, you're not really.
Yeah, you just gonna
playing.
poke it
You're not
like,
dead.
come on,
But what
stop
if you
playing.
wake up?
We'll see.
So we already see who's not gonna be on the list. We already see
He's
who's
gonna
gonna
be
be
on the
outside. Like, yo, he can't come in at all. Like, leave him there.
Special list, a picture with you on the outside. Like, do not let him in.
He can't come at all. Have a nice like fat head outside.
I heard. Speaking of funerals, I heard they stopped letting like people like when you like bury somebody, they stopped like putting the people like in the ground while people were there. 'Cause it was a lot of cases where people just fall in there.
Oh, word. I ain't hear about
I mean,
that.
there's a lot of
I heard a
speculation.
little something about that.
There's
People
speculation
like
that
falling in there thinking they can get them back out. You know,
Like
'cause
that.
they be
I-
so
that kind of
wrapped up
sounds
in
like.
the moment. And
But
it's just
honestly,
like,
bro, after everything you just said, that kind of sounds like something that you would do though. Like,
no, I wouldn't do that.
cause you don't really, cause I
I
mean,
don't get dirty.
wow,
okay, so
cause that's your only
I'm
reason.
not gonna
That's
get dirty.
the only
I'm not gonna get dirty
reason.
for them.
I don't want no dirt on my shoes.
Crazy. If they want me to be dirty, they wait for me anyway. Like, nah, I'm playing.
All right, so
on that note,
we're gonna try to get we're gonna try to get the content out to you guys from the past couple Sundays. Shout out to everybody. Like we said before, shout out to Councilor Miller for giving us the opportunity to be at these different events. He's really been helping push the podcast forward as far as making sure that our content is where it needs to be. Our
Shout
production
out-
team,
Oh.
you know, BME is always big as far as making sure the production's on point. So, always shout outs to them as far as audio, visuals, everything like that. You know,
Max B.
always on point with us.
They just may be in the Spicy Noodle Challenge. Look out
They
for
might
them.
make an appearance. Who knows? I might substitute myself and put one of them in there. I don't know.
Nah,
I'll think
he'll
about
He'll
it.
be in it.
I'll think about it. You know,
He'll be in
we'll
it.
see. We'll see. I don't know.
Shout out to DC who's not with us again
And shout out to
today.
DC, man, who's
That
He'll
keeps
be
living
back.
his best life without us.
you know
He'll be
who's out there, you know, finding better things to do with his life.
Yeah, he's really
Be on this little measy podcast
living his
with
best
us.
life.
It's all
Shout
right.
out to Lou Duval.
We still send love your way. Still
He'll
send
be
love.
back,
Living
y'all.
my
He'll be
best
back.
life.
No, shout out to he actually, let's plug this though because he actually has a late night show as well.
He does,
Uh,
and we will link it.
And we're gonna put that in the link as well. So you guys got to look out for that as well.
Yeah, he's
All right.
Shout out to his business, Digital
He's
Bodega.
definitely,
Look out
he's definitely
for
way
them.
bigger.
Yeah, shout out to
than
Digital
podcast right now,
Bodega.
so,
They're super lit.
Maybe one day he'll bless us again and come back.
Yeah, he'll make his second coming at some point.
For real.
But on that note, y'all. We appreciate y'all,
Let's talk cafe.
and we out.
We'll
we
be
lit.
here next Sunday, 5
Next
o'clock.
Sunday, 5:00. Tune in and stay tuned for our social media too. At what is it? Ride with Talk Cafe.
Ride with Talk Cafe.
Talk Cafe.
Ride with Talk Cafe. We're gonna put that in the link too as well.
Deuces.
And we out.
Bang bang.